We back?
Yeah, we're on YouTube and Facebook now.
Okay.
Yep. Deleting the songs now that I had queued up. I was like, well, I don't know when Kia's going to come in and try to fix it, but I guess he got in touch with her. So.
Don't blame me. All right, folks. I think we're back. YouTube and Facebook Live. What's up, Pat Rogers, Vanita Fagan, Spencer Oliver? I just saw Derek Fagan. I know you're no relation to Derek Fagan, but I saw him the other day. Can't trust what, Jerica? I went next door to pay my parking tickets. Man, the city raking in some cash. 1230 WDBZ, the buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show till 1 o'clock this afternoon. Don't forget, coming up later on, tickets for you to see Gladys Knight at the Taft Theater. And got a chance for you to win tickets to the Cincinnati Music Festival. But before we do any of that, let's go downtown to the Crimestopper headquarters and check in with Lieutenant Howard Grant. Filling in today, they got the boss working. How you doing, Lieutenant Grant?
I'm doing well, sir. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, hanging in. What you doing this weekend? Anything?
Working. You know, we have the Asian Fest going on.
Oh, that's right. Is that this weekend? Damn, Ronnie didn't even tell me that. Okay. They're blocking off Court Street, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Then Heritage Bank got a couple of events this weekend. You have the Bow Wow concert tonight. And Saturday night is the Cincinnati Slingers, the indoor football team. It'll be their first game here, so we'll see how that goes.
Then you got Closing the Health Gap down at the Washington Park all day Saturday.
We also have that going on. So
yeah.
You got more of a schedule than I have. So.
Yes. All right, who are we looking for today?
Today, Cincinnati Police District 3 is looking for Justin Salter. Mr. Salter is wanted for felony burglary. On April 5th, 2026, Mr. Salter entered into the victim's property where he was unwelcome. Salter then physically assaulted the victim, causing visible injury. Justin Salter is a black male, 31, 5'11", 150 pounds. Justin Salter has no known criminal history. He was last known to live on Tanbark Court in Springfield Township. We're also looking for Andrew Graham. He's wanted by the Ohio Adult Parole Authority for felony parole violation. Mr. Graham was originally charged with forgery. Andrew Graham is a white male, 40 years old, 6'2", 165 pounds. Andrew Graham has a history of assault and was last known to live on Spring Grove Avenue in Camp, Washington. If anyone has information on where police can find Justin Salter or Andrew Graham, please call Crimestoppers at 513-352-3040 or submit a tip online at crime-stoppers.us. You can also go to p3tips.com to submit your anonymous tip.
All right, sounds good to me. We'll check with you maybe again soon. I don't know.
Well, it's getting the warmer months.
Yes.
Officer Green has her schedule filling up. So
Yes.
I try to fill it for her as much as I can, but I know she does a great job. So I'm just a backup.
Oh, boy, unbelievable. The lieutenant is a backup. Okay, all right. We'll talk to you later.
Have a great weekend.
All right, that's Lieutenant Grant from Crimestoppers. Yes. And, yes, I figured we got to get this YouTube and all this stuff straightened out before I attempt to do my show at home. You know what I mean? So I think we'll have it together by next Friday. So next Friday, the bacon will be cooking. Yes, it will be cooking. All right, 513-749-1230. Want to get your comments on the man found guilty manslaughter and the dog mauling death. What do you think? I'm sure most people thought he would be found guilty. We still won't know his sentence until May 22nd. Warren Houston is his name, and he faces up to 11 years in prison. I'd say the number will be around 5 or 6, but we'll see. Normally, I'm always pretty accurate on that stuff. Yeah. We'll see. We will see. Of course, yesterday during the show, the chief was fired. And we've heard from Cheryl Long. She had a letter of all the things she asked the chief to do, and the chief didn't do them. So, and of course, the chief's liar says they're all lies. What they're saying in the city administration. All the things they're accusing her are lies. That's what her lawyer says. But if those things are true, what Cheryl said yesterday, then, hey, she didn't have any choice. If those things are true. If the things are true. So she asked for more police officers in over the Rhine, downtown, and she never got them. She wanted, she was asking for more cops here and there, and she never got what she wanted. And she said the chief missed a couple of town hall meetings that she was supposed to be at, and she was at the play. That's what she said. I don't know. So if all this stuff is true, then the city might be justified if they're true. And that's what somebody's got to decide, if they're true or not, or will there be a settlement of some type before it goes to court. And I would say if the numbers can sort of jive and get close to being where the city wants them to be, this thing will never get to court. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's take a break. 513-749-1230 if you want to jump on board. We want to talk to you about the war, about Donald Trump, about the chief being fired, about the 3-year-old being mauled, her father found guilty, sentenced not until next month. Don't forget the Closing the Health Gap, having their big health fair, health expo tomorrow down at Washington Park. Make sure you get down there. I'll be down there, as a matter of fact. A lot of people will be down there. So come on down and check us out. All right, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back. 1230, The Buzz.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships?
See, all the Wednesday folks calling. They milk those 3 days. They milk them. Oh, boy. How do I? Visit Cincy can't bring any good concerts here, let alone the NFL draft. Got Cincinnati feeling like Mayberry. How do you screenshot something? I want to send this to Visit Cincy, but I don't know how to screenshot it. You know how to do that? Yeah. You know how to do that? Oh, if you don't have an iPhone, you don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got a screenshot. Hey, all I do is text and talk on this phone, okay? Jeez. I sent that, Pamela Kinney, I sent that to Visit Cincy, what you said. So there you go. They got you a message. Oh no, I haven't. I haven't seen the Planet. Well, I saw. What was that? It was a movie just out about a chimp that had rabies and went wild and wouldn't let the people leave, and they had to stay in the swimming pool for the whole movie almost. And that chimp looked real, also. What don't you want to see? Jerick, I'm coming in on the tail end of all your conversations here. What is it that you don't want to see, nor do you want any details? What is it that Jerica don't want to see? Oh, boy. Unbelievable.
HEAP, that's HEAP. 1230 The Buzz, WDBZ, a Radio 1 station.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show till 1 o'clock this afternoon. Tickets to the Cincinnati Music Festival coming up between now and 1 o'clock. Plus, we've got tickets to Gladys Night, September 11th at the Taft Theater. Yes. And would Cincinnati turn out for a draft here, NFL draft? They had a whole bunch of folks. They said they're going to get about maybe 1 million people that show up over the 3 days in Pittsburgh, something like that. I forgot the figure they gave, but it would be great to get something like that here in a couple of years or so. We got the hotel coming. I think the hotel won't be ready till late 27 or 8, something like that. But anyway, we're coming along slowly in Cincinnati. Got to get that hotel going. More little hotels are springing up all over downtown. So we're coming along. We're catching up. Only thing that we're really far behind on is an arena. Once they get that going, I think we can take the Mayberry RFD sign down and put up a city sign. Yes. We're not Mayberry by any means. No. We're not Mayberry RFD. All right. 513-749-1230. Did you see the Michael movie? Saw it yesterday. And what's his name? Jafari did a great, I tell you. And how long did it take him to learn how to dance like that? I know it was just natural with Michael. I just don't think he had the natural talent of Michael, but he ended up dancing just like Michael. He did one hell of a job. Yes. He did one hell of a job on that movie. So, yeah, it was one movie. When I saw the credits come up, I'm like, is that it? I want to see more. I want more. And maybe there will be a sequel. They're talking about that. So we'll see. But Janet Jackson, no mention of her in the movie. She did not, no one played Janet Jackson or anything like that. And she didn't want anything to do with it. Yes. Rebe, no mention of Rebe. But LaToya, she was right. LaToya, she was in there, let me tell you. She was all over the place. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to the phones. 513-749-1230. You want to jump on board? They took the guy right to jail with the 3-year-old girl who was mauled by the dogs. Yeah, I thought maybe they would let him out until, I guess he's going to have to pay a bond. I don't know if bond was set, but showing him handcuffed right there in the courtroom after the verdict was announced. And May 22nd, he faces up to 11 years. Man. All right, let's go to the phone. Bill, how are you today, Bill?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I want to get started with my Sunday Soul Classic.
Okay.
Is Junior Walker and the All-Stars, What Does It Take to Win Your Love? This is dedicated to the senior citizens and everybody, man, that's enjoying this weather, man. Fire up those grills for barbecues and everything. I just wanted to get everybody's mind off of the chaos and everything that goes on in this city. Teresa Thiessen or whatever her name was.
Fiji.
You
mess up everybody's name, don't you?
She wasn't doing her job.
Well, according to the city manager, she wasn't doing her job. But according to her lawyer, she was doing her job. So who do you believe?
The downtown Cincinnati brawl and all that. I mean, and the shootings and everything and all that. She just about running her mouth, man. But you know what? May God bless her. But I want to send a shout-out to Mike, the maintenance man at the apartments where I'm sitting at.
Yes.
And definitely Chico. Hey, man, get your request in, bro. And I wanted to give a shout-out to the lady that addressed the situation I was talking about the other day. I forgot her name. It was damn real quick. She got on the show yesterday. Said that she was pleased with, what I said about
was it
everybody.
Joan? It might have been Joan.
It was Joan.
Joan, yes.
Yeah, that's her name.
Yes.
Yeah, Joan, I'm going to say this to you. I did not mean you, okay? I met the Trump monkeys that get on this show and carry on and all that. Twin and Too Sweet and all them. And I'm going to continue to lean on them. But you know what, Joan? If you're doing your job and everything, protest and everything, hey, I go along with it. But you know what? I'm going to say what's on my mind, okay? And it ain't going to be the first or the last, okay? So,
all right, Bill, I think you got your point across. Yes. What about the movie?
I'm looking forward to seeing the movie, but I saw my girl LaToya yesterday. She's blonde. I saw her on Entertainment Tonight.
Okay.
Janet want nothing to do with the movie because, for what I hear, Janet is jealous of Michael, according to Jermaine.
Oh.
And that's what came out of Jermaine's mouth.
Okay. Wow.
And by the way, that's Jermaine's son that's playing Michael.
Well, thanks for telling us all this great information that we did not know, Bill. But yes, we know. And Jermaine wasn't even in the movie either, because they talked about him and stuff in the movie, and but he left when they left Motown. Jermaine stayed back, and they mentioned that in the movie. I mean, Jermaine stayed. He married Gordy's people, and that was it for Jermaine. He left. He stayed there with Motown. That wasn't the
reason why he stayed. According to Hazel, Jermaine said that Hazel said that if he stayed with his brothers, that would make her happy. If he didn't stay with her brothers and stay with Motown, that would make her happy. So she was about being committed to Jermaine. So,
all right.
Well, Terrence, keep that music popping, bro. I love to hear you. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for your call, Bill. Unbelievable. But I tell you, Coleman Domingo did one hell of a job playing Joe Jackson. Coleman Domingo, it was Joe Jackson. Man, was he Joe Jackson. Nia Long did a good job as Mike's mother. Yeah. So, Catherine. So, yeah, it was it's worth seeing the movie. So you guys should check it out this weekend if you can. Yes. We talked about Ramaswamy with the ad. It seemed like it seemed like Amy Acton could do something. She can file some kind of suit or something against Ramaswamy for lying in the ad, like she delayed the 2020 primary, and he's running these ads over and over again. I mean, it's not. We haven't even had the primary yet, which they're not going up against each other in the primary. But for him to just outright lie on Amy Acton before we can even get to the midterms, it's just these Republicans just flat out lie over and over again. I think we got something on Donald Trump over there. What do we have, Terrence, on Donald Trump this morning? Set us up here.
Okay, the question was asked, is Donald Trump the Antichrist? And here's how it played out.
Is Trump the Antichrist? That's a real question former Trumpers are asking.
Could this be the Antichrist?
Marjorie Taylor Greene said it. Evangelist Joel Webbin posted, I genuinely believe Trump is currently demon-possessed. That's easier to swallow than Trump's actual explanation for why he posted a picture of himself as Jesus.
I thought it was me as a doctor.
What? 3 key facts about Trump versus God. Number 1, Trump resembles the beast from the book of Revelation. In Revelation 13, the beast has a boastful mouth, demands worship, wages war, fights the church, puts his mark on everything, including people's foreheads, and suffers a head wound that mysteriously heals. But here's the thing. Many biblical scholars say Revelation isn't really about the end times, it's about the Roman Empire under Nero, a cruel, power-hungry narcissist who spent the people's money glorifying himself while ignoring their needs. Sound familiar? Trump doesn't need to be supernatural to be exactly what early Christians warned against. Number 2, Trump's beginning to lose the Christian right. It largely started with the Epstein files, which many evangelicals believed Trump would expose. Instead, Trump has continuously fought the release of the files and turns out to be named in them between 38,000 and 1,000,000 times. Then came the Iran war, which half the country believes Trump started to distract from his Epstein cover-up. Then Trump embarked on a wildly blasphemous Easter season, starting with his spiritual advisor comparing him to Jesus. On Easter Sunday, Trump posted a profanity-laced threat to commit war crimes in Iran when the Pope called for peace, like popes do, Trump attacked the Pope, the leader of a faith practiced by 20% of Americans, and then followed up with the infamous picture of himself as Jesus. And what the hell is that? And it didn't help when Pete Hegseth apparently mistook a speech from Pulp Fiction for scripture. Number 3, Trump might not be the Antichrist, but Trump's policies are anti-Christian.
I'm all about the gospel.
Oh yeah? In Matthew 25:35, Jesus said, "Welcome the stranger," that is, people from somewhere else. Trump is deporting them. Jesus said, "Feed the hungry." Trump made the largest ever cut to food stamps. Jesus said, "Care for the sick." Millions are losing health coverage because of the cuts to Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act tax credits in the Big Ugly Bill. Jesus said, "Give to the poor." Instead, the Big Ugly Bill is giving a $2 trillion tax cut to the rich. Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers." Trump has bombed at least 7 countries so far. It's almost as if the human embodiment of all 7 deadly sins isn't as tight with Jesus as he pretends.
Yes, pretending to be tight with Jesus. Unbelievable. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Every line is busy, so we'll get busy on the Lincoln Ware Show. 1230, The Buzz.
1230 The Buzz wants you to buy Black 513. Black Americans have over...
All right. Why you say I had a long night, Tracy? Tracy said Lincoln had a long night. No, I didn't. Not really. I went to sleep earlier than I normally would, and then I woke up at 2:00. I'm like, what? And I thought it was morning. And it was only 2:00. Like, what the hell? Man. Unbelievable. The panel is split over a possible Maxwell pardon. Yes. What's up, Vanessa Sparks? How you doing? You should have been at the Housing Opportunities Made Equal luncheon the other day, Vanessa. Tammy Richardson, Albert Caldwell, how y'all doing? What's up, Carrie? Samuel Campbell? I didn't watch the NFL draft. Not all of it. I think I turned away after maybe the 8th round, 8th or 9th round, I think. These mothers of these football players are getting younger and younger, it seems like. Oh, boy. They're getting younger and younger. Pat Rogers, what's up? Lynette Witt, how you doing? Joyce Mitchell, how you doing? Oh, now see, yeah, I knew that was a farce anyway. The Department of Justice is going to drop the criminal probe of Fed Chair Jerome Powell amid pressure from senators. Trump was talking about he was doing building. They're building something, a new Fed office or whatever, and Trump claims there's some fraud going on and all kind of stuff, and it's crazy.
At davethomasfoundation.org.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
You have an opinion. You've got something to say.
And that's the reason why we're here today.
1230 AM The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, Lincoln Ware. Friday, the weekend is here. Yes, it is. And hopefully you come down to the Center for Closing the Health Gap tomorrow for their big health expo tomorrow down at Washington Park. Yes. All right, let's go to the phones. Looks like let's go to Brent, then Fame, Mustafa, Pharaoh, Rick Jr. all holding on. Brent, what's going on down in Dallas, Texas? How you doing today?
Oh, it's going on all right. Just moderate weather. We're only in the 70s and low 80s, so it's good times, before this hellish summer heat.
About the same as here. About the same as here down there. So What's up today? What's up?
Oh, nothing much. You're talking about the Republicans. Some Republicans are trying to call Trump the Antichrist when we know that they called Obama the Antichrist and much worse.
Yes.
And everything that he did. And, the whole wounding of the head, because even KZ trying to say, well, Trump was wounded in the head. Everybody with any lick of sense knows that Trump was not shot in the ear and that ear cartilage does not regrow, because if that was the case on all of these Christian networks and everything, they would bring Trump in and talk about the miracles of God and everything. So they know it. And, for those idiots that was wearing tampons on their ear, even during the convention.
Yeah, I remember that.
That is just insane and shows that they are definitely in a cult.
Yes.
And by playing that, you open this up for Bible Fridays, right?
Oh, boy, I hope not. I hope we don't hear from the Christians. I might have to preach a sermon today if they call in. I don't want to preach. I don't feel like preaching today. I don't feel the Spirit. The Spirit is not in me right now.
Well,
but maybe when it gets close to 1 o'clock, the Spirit will hit me. All right, continue, Brent.
In a bottle, yeah.
Preach, preacher. That's what I was about to say.
Yes.
But we know that Trump was mentioned more in those Epstein files, even from the few that they have released, than Jesus was mentioned in the Bible. So all this thing going on with not only him profiteering off of insider trading on oil prices going up and down by his lies, saying the straits are open, then they're closed.
I know
it.
Yeah, he says one thing and then 5 minutes later he says another thing. That's just it's just crazy. I just don't understand.
And the timing is, suspiciously prior to the stock market opening up. So it's insider trading, but when Mr. Doge himself, Elon Musk, got in there, he removed all the fired all the regulatory people, and then Trump's lackeys he has and all the rest of the officers, they got rid of the other ones that even look at anything like this, whether it's crypto or insider trading. So there is no enforcement mechanism. And then lastly, on the Southern property lawsuit that they got going on, saying that they paid some members of the Klan to dime out the Klan, and they're trying to say that they were donating to these hate groups.
Yeah.
Well, the government has never, Department of Justice has never called or classified the Klan as a hate group. So the argument is jacked up to begin with. And then in addition to that, don't police and FBI regularly employ gang members and other people as paid informants?
Yes.
In order to build a bigger case?
Yep. They do it all the time.
They didn't do a damn thing wrong.
They do it all the time. Yep.
Yeah, but it's white supremacists trying to, once again, they're trying to erase their white supremacy and rewrite history so that those dummies and cult members will say, well, it never happened come 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So.
All right, Brent. Good talking to you.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks for your call. Let's go to Fame. Fame, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How you doing, School?
I'm hanging in there.
That's what's up. And you're lying to the people.
What am I lying to the people about?
That Michael movie was trash.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought the music was great. Maybe it's because they had the loud. I was at the not the IMAX, but the other one they have. Anyway, the big screen and the music was just booming, and everything sounded good. Why you say it was trash? I mean, what was trash about?
First of all, the makeup and costumes were horrible. That prosthetic nose that he had as young adult Michael was it just looked bad.
Oh,
maybe they were trying to tell us that Michael had such insecurities about his nose, but we knew that.
Well, I mean,
and the way they gave him that nose, it
was a biopic. You know what I mean? So
I get it was a biopic. I get it. And I didn't expect to learn anything new about him. We know everything about Michael at this point. We know pretty much everything we need to know that's substantive
but
about
to see it in the movie form like that is just different.
No,
it's just
the first dude was not when he was doing the moonwalk during the victory tour. He looked nothing like Michael. And he doesn't look like Michael in the face. He looks like Arabic or Spanish Michael.
Oh boy! Oh,
like Tommy Davidson. There's impersonators that look more like Michael than his own nephew did.
Oh boy! You sound like Rotten Tomatoes. You're like Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm not a hater. I watch what I went there to objectively watch the movie to see how it was presented.
Oh boy! Oh,
and it was dude like young boy the 10-year-old Michael. He was the best character in the movie.
The one when he got those whippings.
That kid could sing. And you're right. That's what I'm saying. You're saying that about AI and Bubbles the chimp when he was walking that part. And I'm sorry for the spoilers, guys. When he was walking with that llama, you could tell that there was no leash there. The worst CGI.
Oh boy! Let people judge for themselves. I think you're wrong on this. I mean, I would give it an 8 or 9.
Mr. Ware.
Yeah.
With all due respect, when have we ever seen Michael publicly with a dry Jerry curl?
Jeez.
There were scenes that was like he need a retouch right now.
They tried to make it real. I'm sure there was. You may not have seen Michael like that, but I'm sure he's been like that before.
That's why I said publicly.
Oh boy!
Publicly. When have we ever seen Michael with a dry Jerry curl?
Oh boy! All right, Fame.
That was that lawyer's interpretation. He's trying to clear his name.
Oh boy!
That Bronca guy, because that was his interpretation of Michael. He's trying to clear his name. But remember, Michael fired him.
Yes.
For either being too close to the CBS and Sony exec.
Yes. I thought that scene was pretty good.
They don't really care about us. That's why you get that song.
All right. I got to go, Fame. I don't want you to ruin the movie for other people who might want to see it. But after hearing
let me say this before I go.
Yeah.
Chief Fiji does not need to do a press conference today.
Why not?
It's unnecessary, like the Michael movie. It's unnecessary. We've heard everything. We know you're gonna sue the city. What's the point?
Well, they want to respond to the allegations from the city manager and the mayor. I'm sure they're going to respond to the $7.2 million. They're going to respond to the things in the letter that the city manager wrote about how she wouldn't do the things the city manager asked her to do. I'm sure they're going to respond to that.
I understand all that, but at the same time, we know you're going to sue. Okay, we're not surprised you offered you asked for 7.5 to walk away or whatever, 7.2 to walk away. Of course, because you're going to sue anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
you always ask for a number you probably won't get, but you got to start somewhere, and starting high and then coming down to a number that you'll be okay with. That's how they do this stuff. So, I mean, I can see a press conference. I can see them having one just to state their side, to answer what they were accused of yesterday.
I don't know, School. I was lightweight on her side until I heard that she's doing a press conference. I was like, you're going to kill any, type of public
let's
you might
wait,
have.
Let's wait and hear what he says at 2 o'clock today. All right, Fame? I got to run.
Right,
Thanks for your call.
Cool. Be safe.
Okay, all right. And let's take a break for news, and then we'll come back with more on the Lincoln Ware Show, 1230, The Buzz.
WDBZ, Cincinnati, 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
The first round of the 2026 NFL Draft is in the books. The Bengals did not have a first-rounder after trading the 10th overall pick to the New York Giants for defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. Cincinnati will be on the clock today with the 41st overall pick in the second round and the 72nd overall in the third. The draft concludes Saturday with rounds 4 through 7. The Reds are back at their home ballpark. Cincinnati hosts the Detroit Tigers tonight at Great American Ballpark. Left-hander Andrew Abbott is scheduled to start opposite Detroit southpaw Framber Valdez. Abbott is winless through 5 starts this season. The Reds enter the contest tied with the Cubs atop of the NL Central at 16-9. The VFW Post in Centerville is looking to honor service members and veterans through banners at Stubbs Park. The pieces will feature current and former military members and will be on display from Memorial Day to Veterans Day each year. Families can nominate vets and active duty personnel to be featured. Additional details can be found by searching for Centerville at militarytributebanners.org. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
If you need to talk about it, we're here. 1230 AM WDBZ, your talk station.
$12:30 WDBZ. Lincoln Ware with you. And let's see. I can't believe we got 3 aircraft carriers over near Iran in the Middle East. There are 3 carriers. Can you imagine how much money that's costing the taxpayers? I don't think we need 3 carriers. Do you realize how much firepower that is? We don't need all that. 3 aircraft carriers in the same area. We don't need it. That costs a lot of money, and Trump does not care. He act like he's printing money, and he's just spending money unnecessarily. We do not need 3 aircraft carriers over in the Middle East. We don't need it. You got to supply the carriers. You got to, have food for, each carrier has about 5,000 men on those men. Well, nowadays, men and women. They didn't have women when I was on the aircraft carrier. There were no women on there. Nowadays, you got women on the aircraft carrier. Man, I just don't know how that works out. Let's move along. Let's go to Mustafa, then Pharaoh. Mustafa, how are you?
Doing well. Hey, I'm not racing to go see anything about Michael Jackson. I've seen a lot, and I'll just leave it there. I tell you, I would like to see pieces about Bootsy Collins, his brother Catfish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How their genius came along. I'd like to even see a documentary about you, my man.
Well,
and
people, look, you don't want to see a documentary about me, but I'm telling you, got Michael Jackson is worldwide. They wouldn't spend money to make a movie like that, unless they knew they would probably get a lot of people. This guy was worldwide. He was famous all over the world. And you can take a chance on making a movie like this to make some money. It's probably going to be one of the highest grossing biopics ever by the time the weekend is over. They'll win the weekend with the, numbers. So, yeah, I mean, I know I like Bootsy too, but I don't know whether they can make their money back.
Michael's music speaks for itself, yes. Let me say this here, man. Even among us, you take people like Pharaoh, who have a treasure trove of information. He's an interesting guy because he brings out a lot of knowledge, a lot of facts, and I enjoy listening to him because I've learned a considerably amount of things that I had not considered. And I fact-checked him, and he's very accurate. So people like that on a local level, man, are unsung heroes that don't really get enough credit. And, your age, his age, my age speak for itself.
Yes.
So I'll catch you next time, my man.
Hey, Mustafa, thanks for your call. Pharaoh, how you doing?
Yes, I'm all right, Lincoln. You know, I appreciate what Mustafa, said about me. But all I want to do is try to educate my people. Lincoln, have you decided when I should come in?
No, Pharaoh. I haven't decided. We got other things to deal with here, but it'll be soon. We'll get you in here soon.
All right, Lincoln.
Okay.
I was listening to a tape you played yesterday about some woman was talking about, well, I'm not a racist and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
On and on about that.
Yes.
I'm saying to myself, when you talk to 99% of white people, first thing they'll tell you,
I'm not racist.
That I'm not a racist.
Yes.
But racism permeates all of America. We black folks are victims of this. So what they're trying to make us believe that only those skinheads and Klans people are creating all the racism in America?
Yeah.
Somebody's lying, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, Lincoln, talking about the chief, CG, they come up with all these excuses. I know it was going to be something they were going to fire her over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we wanted to do this, and she was at a play. Well, if she was sitting in church, would that have stopped anybody from robbing or killing anybody?
No. If she was sitting in her office, it wouldn't have stopped her.
This is what I'm saying. So the bottom line goes back to what I told you initially, Lincoln. It's the same problem with Fiji being a woman and the same problem with Michael Washington being a man, fire chief. White men do not want a woman telling them what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And they do not want a black man telling them what to do.
Yeah.
That is the bottom line. Why Fiji was fired and why Michael Washington was fired.
Okay.
Lincoln, as I've said before, black folks, we are out of our mind. Living in this white man's house, we have allowed him to drive us crazy.
Yeah.
We have started to identify with things that have always been a part of his culture.
Well, I believe you there.
Like,
You're telling the truth there. That is the truth.
Looking at the news the other day, they were talking about that 15-year-old black boy in Avondale who the other black guy performed the coup de grace on.
Yes.
Remember? If you shot him and he landed on the ground?
Yeah.
Then you came and shot him again in the head? Now, who does that? That's that white mafia concept thing,
Mm-hmm.
But being in somebody else's house, you start picking up on their habits.
Yep.
We do it.
Yep.
Think about, I also saw on the news about Chuck E. Cheese, Now, that's a place where kids go to have parties and whatever. What the hell are two black men fighting in the bathroom at a kid's restaurant? Did you see that?
I didn't see that one.
They fighting and going on, the police come, everything else.
Oh, boy.
At Chuck E. Cheese at a kid's restaurant.
Unbelievable.
Did you also see the black woman who got killed working in the restaurant over onion rings?
I believe that. I believe it.
Did you see that?
I didn't see that one, but I'm not surprised. I've seen plenty of fights and everything over orders.
He was working at the drive-through window.
Yes.
And somebody ordered onion rings and something about the onion rings not being hot or whatever it was, and an argument ensued, and the person threw the onion rings back at the lady in the booth, the cashier at the window.
Yeah.
And one word led to another. The person pulled out a gun and shot and killed the woman.
Gee.
Over onion rings. These are black people, Lincoln. This is why I'm saying we have allowed white folks to run us crazy. This is why I say about us being grounded in your culture, grounded in your history. All that crazy mess that white folks do, have historically done, all that goes over your head. It doesn't even faze you because you are grounded in who you are. See?
But if you're
But
not
when
grounded,
you're not grounded, you are like a
then
leaf
right.
blowing in the wind.
Right. Then
Whatever the
yeah.
fad is,
That's what you're going to
do.
Yep. I hear you, Pharaoh.
We're crazy, Lincoln. This is why I try to bring black people, bring us back to who we were before contact with this man.
Yes.
See?
All right. It might be too late for that, Pharaoh. It might be too late.
No, it's never too late to do the right thing, Lincoln.
All right. I got to go. Thanks for your call. He says it's never too late. Let's go to my good friend JMLK. How you doing, Jan Michelle?
Hey,
Lemon
Lincoln,
Kearney?
how's it going? Pharaoh's right. It's never too late to do the right thing. I love it. That
There
is
you
so
go.
true.
What's going on, JMLK?
Okay, well, I am calling and make sure, I think people know, because you all have been running the ads, and we just really appreciate it, but make sure people know about the Center for Closing the Health Gap Health Expo tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Washington Park. It's all free, 20 free health screenings. So that's number one. That can be life-saving. Go get your health screenings. They're free. You get your feedback. You find out how your health is, what you need to do. So important for us, for our black community. And then, of course, there'll be lots of fun stuff to do, like line dancing and hip-hop classes, cooking demonstrations. Former Bengals players, Ickey Woods and Joe Kelly, are going to be there. Lots of workshops. We're going to talk about mental health, physical health, eating right, moving right, all of that. And so it's really important that people come on down. Lots of children's activities, too, even free health screenings for kids. Plus, face painting, games. Even there's a youth chess tournament. So much going on. We just want everybody to come out. This is such a great event. You all know the Center for Closing the Health Gap has been out there working for us for at least 2 decades. And so let's come down and support them and all of the great people they have coming down to help.
Yes, all of the great and information that you'll get and the screenings that they'll have and one-on-one with doctors. You'll be able to talk one-on-one with doctors. Just
you got it. That's right. Yes.
So there you go.
Because I mean, if we don't have our health together, we don't have anything. We're trying to push for wealth building and home ownership and all these things from the city. These are our priorities, and good housing. But we also have to take control of our health. And a part of that is knowledge about where we are. Get these health screenings. Are we eating right? Are we moving enough? Let's take control of the things that we know we can control. And that's why their motto is, we must save us. We've got to save us and save each other.
Yes.
Don't wait for somebody else to do it. We've got to do it.
I hear you. All right, JMLK, we'll see you down at Washington Park tomorrow.
I'll be there looking for you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
That's Jan Michelle Lemon Kearney, the vice mayor of the city of Cincinnati. And she'll be down at Washington Park tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you, and oh, yeah, you too. All right, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back. Rick Jr., Chico, and Vernon all holding on. Jan Michelle's line is available if you want to jump on that at 513-749-1230. The Lincoln Ware Show, 1230, The Buzz.
Every weekday, 12:30 The Buzz has you covered. Let's go! With news, entertainment, and information. Starting at 6 a.m., set your alarm for Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell.
What's going on, Cincinnati? This is Erica Campbell.
Followed by The Lincoln Ware Show from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Hey, this is Lincoln Ware. Join me for The Lincoln Ware Show.
Then it's Keeping It Real.
With me, Reverend Al Sharpton.
From 1 till 4 p.m. News, entertainment, and information. We've got it all right here on 1230 The Buzz.
Cincinnati Public Schools is here for kids. From top-notch schools, innovative career tech programs, and support for the whole child, CPS has diverse options for your family. Give your child a gold medal start. Enroll in one of CPS's high-quality, gold medal-rated preschools. Choose from one of our half or full-day options at 39 convenient locations across Cincinnati. Our team is ready to help you find the right fit for your family. Go to cps-k12.org/preschool for more information and to begin the registration process today. From our youngest learners to graduation, CPS students gain hands-on learning, real-world experience, and the skills to succeed beyond the classroom. Whether they choose to enroll in college, enlist in the military, or become employed, our graduates are prepared for life. Start your child's journey. Enroll now at cps-k12.org. Cincinnati Public Schools. We are here for kids.
Warning, warning.
Please stop what you are doing and listen carefully. This is an official announcement from the male enhancement maker, Knox 47. Men everywhere are finding out that this formula works almost too well, with performance in 47 seconds or less. Men are reporting that Knox 47 provides peak performance and lasts longer than you can imagine. This experience is a reminder of that little blue pill on steroids, but even more supercharged. There is no need to try anything else when you can get instant performance in the bedroom now. That's right, it works in 47 seconds or less. And you don't need a prescription. Right now you can get a free bottle of Knox 47, but you need to call now as demand has been insane.
Find out how to get your free supply of Knox 47. Call 800-480-8114. 800-480-8114. Free bottles for limited time. Call now. 800-480-8114. 800-480-8114.
Hello, I'm Wendell Young. I've spent my career standing up for working families and fairness in our community. And those same values matter in our courts. The change we need will not happen unless we change who we elect to be our judge. Bill Gallagher has the experience and the integrity to apply the law fairly. That's why I support Bill Gallagher for judge. Bill Gallagher for judge. The change we need.
Paid for by the committee to elect Bill Gallagher.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 miles of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
Hi, this is Chef Mike Isabella. If you're one of the 15 million Americans with food allergies, you might feel anxious about dining out. But you don't have to be. You just need a game plan. And you can find one online at safefare.org. SafeFare.org is loaded with information and resources to help you enjoy a safer restaurant experience, including sample questions, tips, and a lot more. Visit SafeFare.org. That's SAFEFARE.org, because when it comes to managing food allergies, we're all on the same team.
A public service message from Food Allergy Research and Education.
1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And you know, Black History Month may be over, but the celebration of Black excellence, it never stops. It never stops, because every day we honor the innovators who changed the world and the ones continuing that legacy right now. Today we recognize Cincinnati's own Frederick McKinley. Frederick McKinley Jones, the groundbreaking inventor whose work in refrigeration transformed how food and medicine are transported across the globe. His brilliance keeps the world moving, and that same spirit lives on today through leaders like John Moore, formerly of Moore Air, and Abu Jackson, mechanical engineer with Kroger, innovators who continue to build, design, and inspire the future of engineering. Now experience this story brought to life. Join us May 9th for the next episode of Stimulating Adventures, featuring the story of Frederick Jones, voiced by me, Lincoln Ware. That's right. I'll be there. I'll be the voice. The next episode, May 9th, at stimulatingadventures.com or on YouTube, where Black excellence lives on. So, hey, check that out. May 9th, Stimulating Adventures. You don't want to miss it. All right. 513-749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you. And let's go to Vernon. No, that's Curtis. Oh, I hit the wrong button, but we'll just, since we're there, we might as well go ahead and take our poison now and get it over with. Curtis Ponytail Wells, what's on your mind?
You didn't hit the wrong button. You hit the right button.
Oh, please.
You came to the right person. Hey, look, there's no such thing as an accident. All right? Look, this thing that's seemed to pervaded the African-American psyche for some time now, and I disagree a lot. And a lot of the people you allow, but I need to ask you, like I asked Mr. Aldridge, what's your definition of accountability? What is your definition of accountability that you use in your life, in your decision-making?
When you're held accountable for doing something that you're actually supposed to do, and somebody's depending on you to do it, and you're held accountable for making sure it's done.
Okay. Now, the lady that just got off the phone line, Jan Michelle McCurney, is the vice mayor of Cincinnati.
Yes, she is.
She's the chair of the Economic and Community Opportunity Committee. All right? She's a very powerful lady. She spends her time talking about an organization that's 22 years old, from a former politician. It's a 501c3. We know who Dwight Tillery is. We know who he is.
He's no longer the head of that organization. He is not.
He founded.
He founded the organization. Yes.
Mr. Ware, it's Dwight Tillery's baby, so to speak.
Yes.
We know this.
Yes.
And so we'll know it's been 22. It's been since March of 2004. All right. If things have not been producing what they should produce for black people, why are African Americans so hard to say, I got to stop doing that?
What? You got to stop doing what? I lost you here.
Look, longitudinally, if the health gap has not been closed in 22 years, why is the organization still in existence? It's not meeting its objective measurably. Because the health gap should have been closed after 22 years.
Let me ask you this. Is any gap closed on anything around the United States when it comes to black and white? Do you tell me what gaps? Housing gap, is that being closed? There's plenty of gaps that are slowly closing, but you got to keep pushing. You just can't give up on it. You got to keep trying to close the gap. That never ends until the gap is closed.
This is why I do what I do on Critical Review.
And that's nothing.
Because no. See, you say that to be dismissive, but then when we do the accountability
what do you do? I haven't seen anything that you've done. What do you do?
Mr. Ware, I'm going to show you something right now.
What have you done to change anything?
Wait, Mr. Ware. No, protect. You're not a change agent. I'm a change agent.
No, please.
But protective advocacy. Wait, hold on a second. Give me a moment.
What have you changed?
Wait a minute. See, you keep saying change. I say protective advocacy.
You said you were change agent. You said you were a change agent. What the hell have you changed?
Oh, Mr. Ware, do you think the situation that has happened with those two bars being closed in that town center because of my advocacy, it finally got around to happen?
Oh, please. Those places were not closed because of you. Please, I hope you don't think that. I hope. And first of all, the bar is back open. Zola is back open. It's back open.
Mr. Ware,
what?
I can look. Let's look at some money. As a matter of fact, CPS bond levy supposed to be in 4 phases. It didn't reach it. Who was the main voice to make sure that the school facilities master plan was supposed to do what it was supposed to do for black people?
It wasn't you.
Who was the main voice?
It wasn't you.
Who?
You.
Excuse me?
It wasn't you.
Hey, look here. Look, I'm going to quote somebody. You know George Beatty, right?
Yes.
This June book. He says, Wells, you know what? You were the loudest voice, and people know it. I'm keeping a firm eye on the Cincinnati Board of Education because we all know it's dysfunctional. they act right when you come around.
Oh, please. He was
Everybody
just
tells
trying
me
to
that
make
when
you feel
hold on a
good.
second.
Junebug just wanted to make you feel good saying that stuff.
No,
Junebug
Okay,
didn't believe it.
Mr.
He
Ware.
didn't believe it,
Mr.
and I
Ware.
don't believe it. You were not allowed. I mean, you were with the
Mr.
crowd.
Ware.
Your voice was with the rest of the voices. It's just
Mr.
like
Ware.
you're in an auditorium somewhere and everybody's applauding.
Mr.
Your
Ware.
applaud was in there. We could hear you clapping too.
Mr. Ware, as well, the TIF district. No one has discussed and talked about those TIF districts when they came out more than, and you people know it. When it came to the TIFs in Avondale and black people, people were trying to not discuss the TIF to think they was going to get some money on some deals. That's why they wouldn't discuss it. I can point. Hold on a second. Here's another one. The issue with Ken Blackwell doing what he did in 2004. I don't recall
What did Ken Blackwell do? What did Ken Blackwell do in 2004?
No, why won't you discuss it the right way? You know what he did.
If I knew, I wouldn't ask you. What did he do?
No. See, hold on a second. You know what he did.
Oh,
you know what
my God.
Ross influence was on it. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. You want to have a conversation?
How many years ago was that? What did he do in 2004?
Wait a minute. How much harm was done to the democratic process to keep that Iraqi regime argument going on for? You talk about Trump misspending more money. How much money was spent in Iraq when the U.S. troops went over there with Bush and your friend when Bush stepped off the stage? Whose hand did Bush shake down there at Union Terminal?
I guess it was Ken Blackwell, since you're talking about it. I don't know. Whose hand did he shake?
He shook Carl Linder's hand.
Oh, my God. Well, Carl Linder is a donor to both the Democrats and the Republicans. He donated to both parties.
So, just so we know, you talking about how Trump is wasting money? How much money was wasting in Deering?
Trump is wasting money. He's wasting plenty of money. Trust me. Trump is wasting money like to no end. Let me tell you. We don't need 3 aircraft carriers over in the Middle East. We don't need 3.
Mr. Ware, let me respond to you. Biden gave unbundled $6 billion of Iranian oil money through South Korea through the Qataris.
That was Iran's money. That was their money that we had seized from them with the sanctions.
Hold on a second. It was supposed to go to humanitarian goods at $6 billion.
Well, I
Show
mean,
us where it only went to.
Once you give them the money, you're not going to be able to control where they spend it. You give them the money, and you can tell them where they should spend it, but you're not going to be able to control that. But it's not like it was America's money. It was money we had taken from them.
Look, hold on a second. You're trying to justify the same people were at war. Okay, Obama, your man that you don't like, they took all the planes off.
Wait, hold on a second. What do you mean, Obama, my man that I don't like? What are you talking about?
I mean, hold on. You don't like him now.
Who said I didn't like Obama now? I wish he was president now. What are you talking about?
Because you have said if he turned his back on black people. Listen, hold on one second. Let's have a conversation. Obama took all the seats out of a 7.
Wait, hold on. Let me clear this up. I said Obama should have done more for black people when he was in office. But we know the state of the nation back then when he was president. They didn't want him there anyway. And any indication that he was helping black folks out, he was going to catch pure hell for. Now continue.
No. Okay, so let's do the math, everybody. Biden gives them $6 billion in releasing their money that was held up in South Korea through the Qataris, and the Iranians just bombed the Qataris. Obama gave them $1.7 billion in money, took all the seats out of a 757 and put $1.7 billion in cash and flew it over there. For what reason?
Because it was their money that he was giving back to them.
No. Mr. Ware, who's doing harm to Americans with American money?
Oh, geez.
The people you support. Hold on a second. $7.7 billion.
Okay.
So when you guys start this anti-Trump, so when you start this,
how much is Donald Trump spending on the Iranian war today? How much money is he spending today?
It's under the military budget. It's not overrunning the budget.
It's a lot more than that. Oh, they're asking for more money already. They're asking for billions more now.
As I told you last week, the fight is going to cease because of the 60 days. You have to go back and issue war bonds. Look,
how many days has it been? I thought we were up on the 60 days, or we may be a couple of days past the 60 days. Where are we now?
No.
Since you know all the numbers, where in the hell are we now? Where are we?
Why can't you count the calendar and use ex-military? Use being critical.
Look, you're throwing all these numbers out. How many days are we in now? How many days?
I see it the other day by the calendar. It will be next Tuesday, next Wednesday. Depending on when you said it started.
Well, then call me back Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll see if this war is over.
I'll call you back Monday. Monday.
Call me back when the 60 days are up. Thanks for your call. Unbelievable. Oh, jeez. Let's take a break. Oh, man. I got to bring my blood pressure cup to work with me and check my blood pressure every hour. I think I got to do that. Let's take a break. 12:30, The Buzz.
It's time to take your listening experience to the next level with 1230 The Buzz. Want exclusive contests, cash, and prizes straight to your phone?
Yes.
We've got it all, and it's just a text away. Join the 1230 The Buzz text club by texting BUZZ to 23845 and get access to exclusive giveaways, breaking news in real time, and updates on all the local events and shows you love.
Thank you.
You'll never miss a beat when it comes to the hottest topics and what's happening right here in our city. Contests, cash, news, events, straight to your phone. Text BUZZ to 23845 and stay connected with your community station 1230 The Buzz.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.
Tom is the smartest man I know. He's been a professor at 2 major universities, been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, he told me that he was having problems in his classes. I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. And he was telling them that he was doing it as a favor to them, but I think in reality, he just wanted to get out of there. I was really starting to worry because I saw something was wrong.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me, and my love for him was just immense.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Laura, the guys really went to town on that leg of lamb.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it.
Something's wrong. I know you too well.
Jim's company is cutting his salary, and he may even get laid off. He doesn't think we'll be able to afford the mortgage.
Oh, Laura.
If you think you may be in danger of foreclosure, call the National Foundation for Credit Counseling at 866-687-6322 or visit mortgagehelpnow.org. That's mortgagehelpnow.org. This has been a public service from the NFCC.
Take us with you wherever you go. Download the Buzz app for your smartphone today. For details, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware on a Friday morning. Don't forget tomorrow, Center for Closing the Health Gap, big health expo down there at Washington Park. Rhonda Ball with Molina Healthcare will be there. Rhonda, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Rhonda Ball with Molina Healthcare.
Molina Healthcare, yes. Molina.
Yes.
You guys will be down there tomorrow. What will you be doing tomorrow?
I'm going to be there supporting, participating. Melina's going to have a booth there. We're just going to do what we've done with them for the last 5 years with the health gap. Just bring awareness and resources and just help all the folks that are going to come out tomorrow to take advantage of the great weather and the great resources.
Yes, I think the weather will be pretty good for tomorrow. No rain. I think the rain is going to happen this evening. So I think tomorrow will be great. Great.
Fingers crossed.
Now, Melina, what is it, Melina?
Melina Healthcare of Ohio.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Well, we're one of the 7 Medicaid plans in the state.
Okay.
We are a government contracted with the state to provide health care benefits to the people that are on Medicaid. Mm-hmm. We also have other lines of business like Medicare and Marketplace. So we bring those benefits that are needed and health care to the communities that we serve.
That sounds good. Sounds good. People need to invest.
Sir.
There's so many different Medicaid healthcare organizations around. They need to get all the information from you, and you can tell them exactly what's covered and what they need to do to sign up and things like that. So people need to show up tomorrow to get all the information you can on healthcare. It'll be available at the Health Expo tomorrow down at Washington Park.
Right. We'll be there.
We will look for you, Rhonda Ball. Thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. That's Rhonda Ball. And they'll be down at the Health Expo tomorrow. Like so many other people will be there. And you should be there also. All right. Let's go to, looks like Vernon is up. Vernon, what's going on?
Oh, not much, brother. Just sitting here on the side of the road chilling.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. We're spending about $2 billion a day.
Yeah.
On this ridiculous ass war that every other president said, no, we're not going to get involved in this, except for this one. And there is no way out of this. Because you do not get into a war with someone who's been fighting for 100 years over some damn dirt, sand, or whatever the hell is over there. It's ridiculous. But it's the distraction that we said when he got reelected. We all said he's going to start a war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's the war that that Netanyahu has been hoping for to get the dumbest, most ignorant, most racist ass guy in there to distract from what's really going on. Because we're not talking about unemployment. We're not talking about the national debt. We're not talking about black unemployment. We're not talking about anything. We're not talking about those girls who was raped by all these rich guys and their families who apparently don't know when their damn kid is not even in the house. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, yeah.
I still don't get that. All these young girls been raped. Where the damn mamas and daddies is at? I wake up, you check on your kids before you go to work.
And for the most part, you're right. And right, they had to spend the night. They weren't like there for a couple of hours and then back home. It was a lot of time.
Yeah, so it's everything. The one thing, you remember this mysterious pizza shop that was supposed to be in New York that the Democrats fumbled children through? All that stuff. Everything that they claimed that the Democrats was doing, the Republicans was actually doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like everything they say is do as I say, not as I do. To sit back here and try to, I don't want to hear no Republican talking about budget ever. Don't ever do that.
Right. I know it. They would always say, we got to die. The Democrats are going spend crazy, and the Republicans have spent more money than any Democratic administration that I can recall. This administration with Trump, they act like they're printing money at the White House.
Yeah. Yeah, and then those who are on the inside, when he said the war it was going to be over with, stock market went crazy. Then we still fighting it. Went right back down. They're on the inside making billions of dollars off this war.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing I want to talk about now, is this the most that guy can get is 11 years for letting his daughter get eaten up?
Yeah, he faces up to 11 years, yes.
I think it should be more.
Well,
I just do not feel sorry for him.
Yeah, it was negligence, and he endangered her, and she, it was. I mean, I think he'll probably get about 5 or 6. That's my guess.
Yeah, hopefully some bad things happen to him while he's in jail.
Oh boy!
Because I just as any father or grandfather or whoever, knowing a 3-year-old child, and I've really stayed away. You can find a lot of that stuff if you was really looking for it online and like the recordings and all that.
Yeah,
I've really stayed away from that stuff because I can't imagine a 3-year-old saying stop. Stop, and you just, I can't even comprehend it. It just angers me.
They say that video is just horrible. It will just, it will take something out of you if you watch that video.
Yeah. And I want to give kudos to a brother that I do not know. I've only met him one time, but I've heard his name a few times. Is Jesse Rowley.
Yes.
How that brother is holding it down and keeping from just snapping on these fools out here. And doing something to a guy that shows up to your house, drunk, and everything else, disrespecting your family, threatening your wife, threatening your kids. How that brother can just not just go completely off, and do something bad to him. I'll just say it like that.
Yeah.
When you start threatening, we all go back and forth on here. I was going at it with Ray the other day, talking about the time you saw him in Eden Park. Which is, you remember that?
I don't know what he was. I know what I was doing in Eden Park. I was videotaping a commercial.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he was doing.
And it was cold as hell. Wow. What you doing in Eden Park? But, we can go back and forth. We can go conservative, Democrat, whatever. But you ain't showing up at nobody's house.
Yeah.
You're not threatening no one's family. That's a bridge way too far. And the fact that brother, is behind his wife, supporting all. I saw some of that stuff on that with Signal 99 when you first brought it up. All that stuff was horrible. What they were saying about her, and it's just like with the police chief. They was never going to follow a woman, and they sure wasn't going to back no black woman making $300,000 a year on firing her.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have it their way, so they want to tear up everything that y'all work for in the city just to justify her being fired.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it, So she'll get paid, and like I told this one dude, I said, well, she'll be there until he's not the mayor no more. So she's going to make her money, and you just have to look at that black woman. They hate that. They cannot stand educated, intelligent black women. Oh, boy, they can't stand that.
Well,
that's why we have a points jackass in the White House now.
They gave, what was the other, oh, God, I can't think of her name right now. Boy, the other female.
I know you're talking about.
Female city manager. Oh, God.
Yeah. The lady.
I can't think of her name.
But you do notice one thing. Every time they run somebody out of the city, they land on their feet. Have you noticed that?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even the brother, didn't he wind up out in San Francisco or
Harry Black,
like that?
Harry Black, he's doing well out there. Yeah, Harry Black.
So the city suffers because of its racism and its ignorance and its stupidity. And until we get past that, that'll be the way to be. And that's why you see so many black people who they leave the city.
Yeah.
So that's all I got, bro. Let me get this truck on back here. I done milked this clock enough.
All right. I hear you. Thanks for your call. That's a Vernon on the side of the road. He pulled that big 18-wheeler over the side of the road to talk. All right. Let's find out what's cooking over at the Dukester today. What's cooking on a Friday, Dukester?
Well, don't look now, Lincoln, but it's Friday, and I hope everyone is ready for the weekend because it's here and not a doggone thing you can do about it. Well, Lincoln, everybody's headed over to the Dukester today for our tender honey barbecue rib tip meal with baked beans and coleslaw for just $15. That's right. You can get a complete meal for only $15 at the Dukester today. Or check out our sale price on all of our fish, whiting, catfish, tilapia, or cod with 2 sides and save $4. Or maybe you'll have a taste for our golden salmon croquettes with macaroni and cheese, smothered cabbage, and cornbread. Now, Lincoln, my pick for today is our late morning breakfast. consisting of a 12-ounce ribeye steak with fried potatoes and onions, 2 scrambled eggs, and a fresh cup of coffee. Folks, we're open all weekend long, dine in or carry out. Cincinnati, we got you. Have a great weekend. We'll talk at you later, Lincoln.
It's nothing like a good steak and eggs breakfast, huh? How about
Well,
that?
you got that right, especially if nobody's bothering you while you're eating it.
There you go. All right, Dukester, we'll talk to you.
All right.
All right. That gives me an idea for one of my Friday breakfasts. Maybe steak and eggs there. You know, maybe I'll forgo the bacon one Friday. Do a little steak and eggs. I wonder if the First Lady of Walk and Talk would be willing to fix me a nice steak. I don't know. We'll check on that between now and next Friday, when hopefully we'll be at home at the Radio 1 studios in Montgomery. Hopefully. We'll see. All right. Before I go to the callers, I think we got time to give away a pair of tickets to Gladys Knight. Yeah. How about that? Gladys Knight on Friday. I don't know what day September 11th is on. We'll just say September 11th at the Tap Theater. Gladys Knight will be there. And Gladys Knight was in the Michael movie. Yeah. She was in the Michael movie, Gladys Knight and the Pips. And if you want to see Gladys Knight on September 11th, be caller number 6. Caller number 6 at 513-749-1230. Caller 6, I'll give you the tickets. You're caller number 1. I'm looking for caller number 6. Sorry about your luck. Hey, guess what? You're caller number 2. I'm looking for 6. Sorry about your luck. You're caller number 3. I'm looking for number 6. Sorry. You're caller number 4. Looking for number 6. Okay. You're caller number 5. I'm looking for number 6. Okay. Hey, guess what?
Okay.
Guess what?
You're caller number 5. I'm looking for number 6.
Turn your radio down. Okay. He'll turn it down. Hey. Hello? You that listen. Yes, turn your radio down. Please.
I got it down, Lincoln.
Okay. You are caller number 6, the winner of tickets to see Gladys Knight. What's your name?
William D.
What is it?
William D.
William D. I think.
Yeah, Hattiesburg.
All right.
Thank you, Lincoln. 12:30 the Buzz, baby.
Okay, hold on. We'll get some information from you. Okay, he just said it all. I didn't even have to ask him the questions. He just said it. And, man, it's loud where he is. I think he's got the window down, had the radio turned up, and he's just driving. And I'm hearing myself 2 minutes later saying, you're caller 5, looking for... It's confusing. But anyway, let's take a break, and then we'll come back. We got Joyce, Chico, Rick Jr., all holding on. Lincoln Ware, 1230, The Buzz.
Bringing you the stories that go beyond the headlines. The Tavis.
Now I got to deal with him.
Jeez. Woo. Trump is going to the correspondence dinner. Can you believe it? I hope they tear his ass out at that. I hope the comedian tear him up, but probably won't. go. Oh, yeah, Valerie Lemmy. Matter of fact, I didn't have time to do the alphabet over the air, and I would have guessed the name. All I have to do is, do the alphabet, A, B, C, D. When I got to the V, it would have popped up. Maybe even the L, it would have popped up. But, and I was doing that the other day. We were on our way home, and we were trying to guess somebody's name. We couldn't think of somebody's name, and I sat there and I just started doing the alphabet. Sharon was just looking at me, A, B, C, and got to the letter. Boom! I got the name. It works. I'm telling you. Oh, there won't be a comedian at the dinner? Oh, how boring is that gonna be? Oh, boy. I used to watch Sesame Street every day with Maya. Two things we would watch every day, Sesame Street and Family Matters with Urkel. She loved Family Matters. And she would get the jokes, too. She would laugh right with the jokes. She knew the jokes. She would get them.
WDBZ and download the Buzz app today.
.30 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And let's see. We gave the Gladys Knight tickets away. Now we've got, we'll give them away next hour. Tickets to the Cincinnati Music Festival next hour. Stick around for that. All right, let's go to Joyce. Joyce, what's going on? How you doing?
Hi, Lincoln. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
You did see the Michael picture?
Yes.
And didn't you think it was fabulous?
I did. I mean, I don't know what, who was at Fame earlier. I don't know what his beef against Michael is, but he didn't like any of it. I thought it was pretty good.
Why didn't he? How old is Fame? That's what I want to know. See, we grew up with Michael. We know about Michael, some of the aspects of Joe and his authoritarian and rigid and overbeating and making them do what he wanted them to do. We heard Michael even talk about it as a grown person.
Mm-hmm.
And his daughter, Paris, was 11 when Michael died. He was only, he was 39 when she met that guy. He was already 39.
Mm-hmm.
So he had already lived half of his life. The movie didn't even show when Michael had moved out to Neverland, so it didn't even cover that part. It covered the beginning of his life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it didn't get there. And they're talking about a sequel, and maybe they'll pick up the rest of his life on the next one. I don't know.
He had such a huge life. It wasn't a Ray Charles, which went through so many aspects of Ray's life. That was such a great movie. But this was just showing from a little Michael and some of his thought patterns and how he was isolated as a child. And then what he did as a grown-up, even thinking Prince may get some of those thoughts from the Creator if he wasn't out there getting them, giving credence and recognition to other artists, how his philanthropy and his caring for children and donating his money. What else do we want them to show us? It was a PG-rated film, and so children could see it, so it wouldn't be about a lot of other things.
Yep.
It showed us just his legacy, some of his creative talents, some of his thought patterns, who he was afraid of, and what he wanted to do. And it was, Jafar, I thought he was Michael Jackson. I
did. I know. You look at it, you're right, and you just you imagine that was Michael Jackson. I
really thought Jafar needs an Oscar. He looked like Michael Jackson. He acted like Michael Jackson.
And he talked like him, too. I don't know whether they did something with his voice, but he sounded just like Michael Jackson.
They said he did something, learned how to talk with a falsetto instead of his normal voice, and it may have harmed his vocal cords or something doing it.
Oh, boy.
But he played Michael Jackson, and I was really into every minute of that movie, and I thought it was so great. And I'm glad it just gives a rise again to younger people knowing about the creative juices that are out here in this world, what they can do, and it's another inspiration. And his little daughter, Paris, a little white girl, Michael's DNA is not in her at all.
No.
Prince, his other son, DNA not in him, but he stood with the production. He was actually an executive producer on the film.
Why do you think Janet didn't want any parts of it?
Well, again, Janet was a young person when Michael was grown, too, basically, wasn't she?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, what year was she on Good Times? When was she on Good Times? That was the 70s, and so they were out. They were on the road a lot in the 70s when she was like 7 years old on Good Times.
Right. There you go. And she wasn't with them, and she doesn't know the earlier bringing up of Michael. And she's talked about calling Joe, not Daddy, Joe.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she didn't like, but it depicted her brother in a great light. And why tear it down? I mean, what do you want us to show? They showed that fire, that Pepsi fire. That was really great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
wow.
That was
And
something.
so after that, he was on painkillers or whatever. I don't want to spoil.
Right, that's what really, yeah. But people need to see it and then give me some comments on it next week.
We have to see it. And my just last comment is when we were listening to Ponytail. First, he wanted to give himself credit for closing the bars in Avondale. And when you told him Zola's still open, he had to retract and back up and put his tail between his legs and go another way.
Yeah.
Then he tries to tell us about the war, how Barack and $7 billion. Does he know? And he does know because Curtis Wells says he looks for the facts. He looks for the receipts. So he is a habitual liar, just like Donald Trump. He knows the war in the first 3 to 6 days cost $30 to $50 billion, and he was only telling us about $7 billion.
I know, 7. I know. Isn't that something?
$7 billion, and this costs 30 to 50, and it costs $1 billion a day, and it is not out of the Department of Justice's budget. It is over the budget, Curtis Wells, as you very well know.
Yeah,
it is outside of the budget.
And they're asking for more. They're asking Congress for more money.
They're asking for more.
Yes.
And they're asking for more. So Curtis Wells is just a habitual liar. And Curtis, I want you to come over here and tell us how you lied today, because you are a liar. And I don't know if Junebug ever said anything nice to you. He may have, because you had a ponytail and a straw hat on in the winter. Maybe that's why he said what he did. But you lie on the community. You lie on yourself. And nobody, Iris Rowley and her husband have done so much for the community. Iris doesn't have to come on and tell us she's an advocate.
Right.
We see her work.
Right.
You know her by her fruit. He's telling us something that only his mouth runs.
We don't see his work. All we go by is what he says he's done. We haven't seen anything.
He hasn't done anything. Al Sharpton doesn't have to tell us what he has done.
Yeah.
We see what he's done. So, Curtis, well, stop running your mouth. You a watchdog over the lies of Donald Trump, and you so big y'all want to believe. We are looking at the facts and the receipts. Donald Trump's approval rating down to 37%. Down. Even the Republicans know he's wrecked up our economy. You continually to tell us that gas isn't that bad. Well, Curtis, it is, because everyone's at a pump except for you on the bus, and there's nothing wrong with riding the bus, because sometimes I do it now, too, because the gas is so hot.
Yes.
So, Curtis, you're a liar. You're a gaslighter. You're pathetic. You wear a ponytail with a straw hat over it in the winter, and you just don't have anything under your cap, because you will come clean on the lies you've been telling. If Tucker Carlson and the other ones can come clean on their lies, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, come clean with the community, Curtis, because you're a liar. And they better stay away from Iris's house, because, like the guy said, Jesse and everyone in Iris's team is all fed up with people coming to her house. Why aren't they over? He should be at the White House where the half of it's torn up and be talking to Donald Trump, shouldn't they?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. I hope everyone sees the movie. Give Jermaine and his son Jafar the credit they get because Jermaine grew up with Michael. He knows it. And one other thing, when you have a father and he's been beating your mother up and blacking her eyes, but you were 2 and you didn't know, and when your brothers write that movie about it, why are they telling this? Because they know. They know. Okay?
Yeah.
They know what went on, and they told it the best they could. They don't have to include every beating. They don't have to include every insult. They gave us enough to know from the life of Michael, and he was just a phenomenal human being who got that fire in his head. Everything got cut from there, and he just suffered down. He went down in several directions, but he was just a creative entity. He was a light in this world, and I hope more people begin to see their light and continue to shine. And Curtis, make your light come up because his brother is dim under that bush.
Unbelievable. All right. Thanks for your call, Joyce. Okay. Woo, boy, is she a talker. Let's break for news. We'll come back on the other side. 12:30, The Buzz.
WDBZ, Cincinnati, 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
Ohio lawmakers are considering a measure that would mandate paid leave for new parents. Senate Bill 396 would require employers to guarantee workers 14 weeks off with compensation if they have a new baby, adopt children, or become foster parents. The time off would also be available for people who are caring for a sick loved one or are suffering from long-term illness. The absence would be covered through a paid leave fund in the Ohio Treasury. The pool of money would be established through mandatory employee and employer contributions. Cincinnati's police chief is out of a job. The city manager announced that yesterday, that she'd been dismissed effective immediately. She has been on administrative leave since October, and the results of a third-party investigation released last month showed the chief has, quote, not been an effective leader. The interim chief, Adam Henney, will remain in command for now, with details about a permanent replacement expected in the coming weeks. The first round of the 2026 NFL Draft is in the books. The Bengals did not have a first rounder after trading the 10th overall pick to the New York Giants. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz, your official talk station.
It is official, you understand me?
.1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And coming up at 1, it's Reverend Al Sharpton. Keeping it real. Keeping it real. Make sure you check him out. All right. Let's move along. Let's go to Chico, then Rick Jr. Chico, how you doing?
Hey, good afternoon, Lincoln.
What's going on?
Oh, man, everything in Cincinnati, right?
Yes, it seems like it. Yes.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Lincoln.
Yes.
Chief he's firing. Do you think that was appropriate, the right call? Just get your opinion, yes or no.
I just don't know who's telling the truth and who's not. I mean...
You're on the fence, Lincoln. You're on the fence.
I know. I am. You know,
I ain't gonna say you blocking. You're on the fence.
If one person says... I did it, and the other person said, no, I didn't. I did it. They said you did it, and I said I didn't. I mean, I just don't know who to believe. But I have to say, the city manager's letter was very convincing. You know what I mean? I have to say that.
Lincoln, it's convincing because you have to draw up something. That's why when we spoke a little over a week ago, I mentioned to you, I'd rather have a 9-panel making my faith instead of one person.
Yeah.
Because with one person making a decision, you're in a lose-lose situation. You really are, just my opinion. I know everybody say, hey, you know, the woman in power, and you want to take, it's not about the woman in power making the decisions, but as other people say, she's pulling the strings behind somebody else.
Yeah, yeah.
See, so it's more than just one person involved, but put my faith in one person, we gonna have different opinions. You know, you ain't going to know who to believe once you come up with this convincing story. Now, after 6 months, she's been on unemployment and getting her money, and now you decide to fire her?
Well, I guess they had to go through a process. And okay, do you believe that the chief was going to step down, and then she never did? Told her she was going to step down because she didn't want to be fired, and she never did step down.
No, I don't believe that. And the reason I say that, why would you step down? If you feel you're doing an adequate job and nobody says you're under the gun, they didn't come at her to step down, first of all.
Well, if you thought you were going to be fired, you'd rather quit before you're fired. I'm thinking so.
I'd rather let them terminate me and then let it play out after that.
Yeah.
But then again, as we getting back to what I said first, you got one person judging your fate.
Well, a lot of times, most places that's where it is. I mean, that's unless you're an elected official. Like in Washington, you're a Congress. Then they get together and they vote on whether they're going to kick you out or not. But being a police chief, I want one person to decide my fate. If I was a police chief, I would want one person to decide that. You only have one person to please, not 9.
Yeah, I get that, but okay, we could go back and forth, but that's the same situation we went through with the fire chief. That's why you're gonna have 2 people in the same barrel that firing bullet.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. But no, you said what we host? Well, Cincinnati hosts a draft. It won't happen.
Why do you say that?
Because it's too much red tape here. First of all, they don't have the space.
We got the space. We could do it.
Well, when I say space, you need hotels, things for people to do in this city and all of that. That's why Indianapolis and other cities around us get so much love in venues. And they have the venues, but they get so much attention for us even drawing acts.
I think we got enough hotels that'll hold the people. We can get it. I mean, I think our hotel will be built by the time we could get a draft. We will have that 700-room hotel built by then because they're out 2 years already. I mean, they know where the draft is going to be held for the next 2 years. So we can hopefully get it on the 3rd year. And I think we got people in Pittsburgh right now talking to the NFL to get the draft here in Cincinnati.
But Lincoln, you need more than one 700-room hotel.
Well, we got more.
All the little pop-up hotels
we've got more.
Up around.
We've got the Westin. We've got the Hilton. We've got enough hotels around. You got Northern Kentucky. We got enough hotels with the 700 to do it.
All right, you're right. I just don't think it'll come, but you never know. But getting back to the my call for the Sunday Soul Classic. You did miss my whispers last week.
That's right. I missed that, didn't I? Okay.
That's okay.
Wait, no, hold on. I did play a song for Donnie. I had that. It may have dropped off near the end of the hour. A lot of times we will put a song there, and if they don't have enough time for the top of the hour, everything left drops off. So I'll put it in there again for you this week.
Okay, but I also had one other, if that's not the case, which I know you're going to try to get it in. Do you have anything, Teddy? You got Teddy Pendergrass Joy?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, we'll come back with double dose. Hit some joy. We need some joy and love around this city, man.
All right, we'll get it for you.
All right, man. Enjoy your weekend, brother. Take care.
Chico, thanks for your call. That's Chico. Does not think we'll ever get a NFL draft here. He says we don't have the hotel space. Anything like that. I think we'll get one here. All right. Let's move along. Let's go to Rick Jr. down in Dallas. What's the weather down there today, Rick Jr.?
Yeah, I had my protege answer that question about an hour ago.
I wanted to see if y'all had the same weather, if y'all were living in the same area of Dallas.
You want to look up Rowlett Apartments and specifically look at Reveal Apartments, and you got my little hole in the wall.
Okay.
Now, next subject. Now, I'm going to put out a little secret for Flintstone Trump, okay? Because he's got about as much sense as Fred Flintstone. If he wants to win the presidency, all he's got to do is do an executive order and create another government-sponsored enterprise, GSE. Those are like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and get one for the descendants of ex-slaves for buying real estate. And I guarantee you, you'll be looking at him as the next, whatever, 45th or 46th president.
He's not going to run.
I mean, he would be a slam dunk because God knows we need real estate.
He is not running for president again, okay?
Oh, that's
He's
right.
not doing it.
That's true. Okay, well, they might change it. Yeah, I keep forgetting about it because he keep pushing that. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. You know why the race hate groups? You know why they're so asinine?
Why?
I mean, obviously obviously because they hate us and we hate them. If they were, obviously their idol is Brother Adolf. Now, let's go back in time. Back in 1934, when they had when Adolf did away with his boy Ernst Braun, he was the head of the Brown Shirt. Now, that was his ace boom bam in 34. Okay. Now these people nowadays, if he saw them on that bridge up there over 275, he would just execute all of them. He said, "Well, you all a bunch of buffoons." So I don't even know why they said Hitler would have just would have invited them into his little group anyway. That's what makes it so asinine. He would in other words, he would just execute them all anyway.
Okay, Rick.
For being stupid.
All right, thanks for your call.
Like your boy, what's his name? White Knight, or what the guy that calls up every day?
White Liar, the White Liar.
Yeah, White Liar. Yeah. Tell him, say, Adolf, he would be one of the first people he would execute for being stupid.
Okay.
You think he right over there? Oh, okay. And what happened now with the Bengals?
Rick, we're not sitting at a bar talking. You're just going. You're all over the place here.
But you keep talking. You talking to these ladies for half an hour. So I just have to. I'm trying to shotgun and stuff. You know what? Just one question. What was the Big Daddy?
I love the ladies.
Big Daddy. What happened to Big Daddy? He was savior as far as defense from Ohio State. What was the kryptonite that destroyed Big Daddy?
I don't know. What was it?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Everybody thought that's what we're looking for. Another Big Daddy. We look obviously with and hey, you know what? The Bengals are worth now $5.5 billion right now.
Yes, they're worth
billions.
billions.
A football team down here in San Antonio. They get ready to build a stadium. They got money. You all could get rid of that team, and then you won't have to worry about remodeling that stadium, and you can build another stadium and build a convention center. You can get rid of them.
I gotta go. I can't do it.
Boring.
I can't do it. He just keeps going on and on and on. Oh, my God. Whew. All right, let's go to Brandy. Brandy, how are you?
Hi, Lincoln. How are you?
Pretty good. What's going on, Brandy?
So you brought up a story about, I believe, a 42 or 43-year-old woman.
Oh, yeah. It was in the paper today. Where is that? Hold on a second. Let me find that. Yeah, 42-year-old woman who was planning a hysterectomy discovered she had pelvic venous disorder. That's what she had. And she had been going doctor to doctor. They were just trying to treat her condition, but not finding out what was wrong with her. And one doctor even told her, just have a baby and all your pain will stop.
Well, this is really nothing new. I kind of have a similar story.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in pain for ever. And back in 2000, I started bleeding heavily, and the doctor, especially the one that you see, said, well, just call this pain line and we'll talk you through your pain. Either they didn't want to give me medication for the pain, or they just wanted to dope me up on pain meds and not really get to the root problem of why I'm in pain and why.
Well, that's what this lady said. Yeah, that's the same thing she said. Yeah.
Yeah. So
what was your final? Yeah. What had finally happened?
It turns out I had stage 4 endometriosis, and I, in fact, needed a hysterectomy at 24, but I chose not to because I didn't have any kids at the time. So, it's just, I think doctors, especially doctors treating black women, they have this notion that we don't feel pain like other people.
Right. And it's the same with black men. They think we can take pain more than, than the white men can take. Yeah, it's the same with black men. They don't think things hurt us. Needles, and they just stick them in and just, that didn't hurt. I hear you. So you finally, what did they treat you for what you had?
Well, I wind up going through infertility treatment and stuff, but once I finally got my hysterectomy, my uterus was adhered to my stomach, my diaphragm, my bladder. It was, it was pretty bad. But after I had my hysterectomy, I'm okay now.
Oh, okay.
But getting up to that diagnosis, going to different hospitals, they think you're here for, narcotics. That's not the case.
Did they ever say you had fibroids and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, I've always had that. I've only had one fallopian tube that actually works. The other one is twisted, and because of the endometriosis. But I'm okay now. I mean, I'm 45, and having kids is not in my future right now.
Right. 45. But, I don't even know if you could. It would be tough for you to even have kids at 45. They say after 40, it gets
20,
tougher and tougher.
I'm not. Yeah, that part of my life is over.
Yes.
But I also, I've been listening to you since Sister Speak was on the air.
Oh,
and,
boy, yes.
I mean, I think Joyce would be an amazing, host.
Yes.
If you guys ever decide to bring that show back.
All right. Well,
honestly, I think you should.
I've had the queens in here before, and Joyce has been in here. But a lot of times when you get that many women in, they get, you know what I mean? It's hard to get them all talking about, it gets stuff. I see why Whoopi Goldberg has a tough time with The View.
Well, I mean, the thing with Sister Speak, they had Emmanuel to, piss the women off. So they,
He's good at that. He's good at doing that to people. Yes. Okay.
But, yeah, I just wanted to, let, these doctors know, not everything is just pain related. That's just a secondary.
And black women feel pain just like white women.
Yeah, it's just they weren't being experimented on having hysterectomies or C-sections with no pain medicine.
Right.
Just to see what will happen. White women never had to go through that.
Yes.
The pain that we had to feel as black women put medicine where it is today.
Yes.
So, it's just something to think about. When you got to be your own advocate when you go through.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Well, that's all I got for you, Lincoln. Thank you
Brandy, appreciate your call. Appreciate your call, Brandy. Thanks for sharing all that information with us. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
Have a great day.
That's Brandy right there. Yes. Do I need to take a break? I think I do. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Charles, Too Sweet, JB, Pamela, all holding on. I think Pamela is coming up next. We'll go to Pamela and Too Sweet, JB, Charles. We'll get them in there right here on the Lincoln Ware Show, 1230, The Buzz.
Hey, y'all, what up? This your boy, Ricky Smiley. I want to drop you an invite.
What was Ricky Smiley inviting people to do? I didn't hear. All I heard was Ricky Smiley. John Bolton. They haven't dropped his case yet. Leetta James, remember they indicted her? That's been dropped. They just, oh boy. See, I don't know. Something is. I don't know whether. See, am I on? See, I'm trying to get on YouTube, and for some reason, I don't know if I'm on YouTube or not. This. All right.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Giving voice to the community. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station.
$12:30 WDBZ. Lincoln Ware, Friday afternoon. The weekend is here. Yes, it is. I'm going to see the piano lesson tonight over at Playhouse in the Park. So I'll see you over there, whoever's going. If you see me, make sure fist bump.
I'll make sure to fist bump you, Mr. Ware, when I see you.
Yeah, right. Make sure you fist bump, okay? Please. Fist bump. All right. Let's go to Pamela. Pamela, how are you today?
I'm being blessed. How are you, Lincoln? First of all, I want to say this. Thank you, my vice mayor, for supporting my Congressman Greg Lansman.
All right.
Thank you. What I called you about, I look at different things, and I'm looking at this guy, Troy Lowe, on he is also like you with a great talk show in Milwaukee. There is a scam going on in Milwaukee with a Zillow real estate company on the site. I wanted you to look this up because if it's happening in Milwaukee, it's going to happen anyplace else.
Well, what's the scam? What is the scam?
The scam on rental.
Okay.
They're taking the people's money. It's false and everything else, and I've been keeping up with it.
They're taking they're taking their money. What, they're not turning it in to the?
No.
What are they doing?
These people are false. The people that are doing this.
I see.
Yeah.
That scam's been around. You put up some property for rental, and then people come there to look at it, and you say, "Okay, I need a deposit," and they give them a deposit, and and then when they come back to move in, they can't move in.
Right.
Yes.
And these people are being so professional about this that they're using the Zillow site.
Yes.
And I just wanted you to know about it because I know how you like to investigate something and to bring it to our city so that the people don't get scammed. These people have scammed people in Milwaukee, and it's in the 7th district, over $10,000. And they haven't found him yet. And these ladies that he's been talking to, they got pictures, they have everything. I've been following this story. And it's just ridiculous. And I said, if it's happening now with the Zillow site, it could happen here in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And who else to make people aware is to call Mr. Lincoln Ware.
All right. Lincoln Ware will make you aware.
Yes.
Okay.
And the guy is called The Truth, and his name is Troy Lowe.
Okay. All right.
So I hope you look at that because I had some people that I know here, and I just text them and asked them, did you go through Willow the reason you got scammed? Because if they did happen to them, I want them to call into your show.
All right. Hey, thanks for your call.
I thank you. You have a blessed day.
All right. Watch out for Willow. Make sure it's on the up and up, whoever you call for Willow. All right. 749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And looks like Too Sweet is up. Too Sweet, what's going on?
Hey, you got a link. Hey, look at a question for you.
Yes.
Are you listening to you talk about the atomic bomb kind of thing?
Yeah.
So are you saying that there shouldn't be an international watchdog that makes a decision on what countries should have them and should not have them?
Well, I mean, yeah, you need a watchdog, but I don't know. I'd say if another country gets those weapons, then whoever's got the most powerful weapon, if they fire one weapon, then you get rid of them. You destroy them. You see what I'm saying? If they fire that nuke on somebody,
but that could be a major problem, right?
Well,
so let me ask you this now: if America is the one who puts the most money in that kitty and provides most of the science and technology, and the ones who created an international group, shouldn't they be the leaders of that group?
They should be.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the IAEA.
Yeah.
International Atomic Energy Agency. So why should we be taking the lead to say, hey, Iran, you crazy as hell. You proven that you're a terrorist for the last 50 freaking years. You've been threatening us and other countries, even other Muslim countries. So why should they be trusted to get a fully atomic bomb? Why?
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't be trusted. I mean, Russia can't be trusted, and they've got one.
They went through that Cold War thing where Russia trying to prevent them, just like they did what Clinton did with North Korea and Libya, Gaddafi and Libya. There was some that they stopped in their tracks. But we know Iran got bad intentions, right?
Yes.
So what are we doing wrong then by stopping them?
Oh, boy. But have we stopped them, really? Do we, they could be in some underground caves anywhere in Iran.
Yeah, they may have to go in and get that.
And they're so deep down, these, what do they call them, bunker busters,
right.
Not going to work.
Correct. Well, I think they're going to have to go in probably, unfortunately. But, Lincoln, you just can't allow it. They ruthless. I mean, if they wiping out their own people, they don't give a damn about us and everybody else on the planet.
Yeah.
So why should we allow that? Right?
Well, we shouldn't allow it, but sometimes, hey, could nobody stop us? Nobody stopped us from
building. We were the freaking inventors of the atomic bomb.
I know it. But we still keep building
and we showed that we've been responsible, right?
Yeah.
Except for when Japan waged war on us and we had to drop it on them, but since then, nobody's dropped one, right?
Yeah.
So we have to do what we got to do. But let me say this. This whole thing about how Trump is stalling things out, who do you think is going to win in the end?
The United States probably will.
Why? Do you know why, maybe?
We're the most powerful.
Well, eventually, if Iran, this is my thinking, if Iran can't get that oil out,
yeah,
eventually something got to give. Their tank's going to get full, right?
Something's got to give.
Now, what's going to happen when they get all filled up?
These other countries that are starting to suffer because they're not getting oil, then they're going to put pressure on the United States.
Well, yeah, but everybody's under the same pressure. But Iran has to give it up, period. But I know some people out there rooting for the freaking communists, thinking that we shouldn't be doing this. Well, we don't do it, who in the hell is going to do it?
Nobody's rooting for the communists.
Well, that's what I hear on this damn phone. They're justifying how Iran should be able to have their own nuclear bomb.
And now nobody's really justifying that. Nobody, I don't think.
You ain't paying attention to some of your calls.
Nobody's
Mustafa
really
is one of them.
Who? Mustafa?
He's one of them.
Oh, well, Mustafa.
He's rooting for freaking Iran.
All right. Too Sweet, I got to run. Who do you like in the Bengals second round? Anybody?
Probably a linebacker, right?
Yeah, probably a linebacker if a good one's left. I guess we got a good core of wide receivers. Do we need a running back? Do we need a running back?
Well, you could always use a good running back.
Well, yeah, I mean, they come a dime a dozen.
You got to continue to work on that D.
Yeah.
Because the offense is going to be pretty.
And we can't totally neglect the offensive line either.
No, that's right. But
the
help is on the D. You get the D together, everything else should fall into place.
All right.
And what about my Raiders getting that quarterback, man?
Well, we'll see if he can play. And see if he can play.
We got to get him some protection, though. Yeah. We got to get him some linemen and some other weapons. But look for my Raiders to come back in a few years.
We'll see. Well, Tom Brady can help the guy out, too,
Yeah,
He can help him out.
Hey, Link, one request for Sunday.
Yes.
Yesterday I had the blues.
Yesterday I had the blues. That's a long song, too.
Yes, sir.
I'll try to sneak that in.
Hey, look, you know, if they had stuck together, I think they would have gave you Temptation a run for their money.
I don't know. I don't.
You know
think
what I mean?
So. Yeah, I don't think so. The Temptations dancing.
Well,
they did more.
No
they just did more than sing. They could entertain.
Yeah. Well, it would have just been interesting to see if Teddy had to stay with him.
Yeah.
Going through it would have been very interesting.
Well, Teddy, Michael, these guys get so big, they got to lead a group. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hell, Melvin didn't help now with his pretty buddy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
All right, Link.
Thanks for your call. All right, that's too sweet.
Everything he said about Iran, bull crap.
I know it.
Donald Trump hated the fact that Obama did something that he couldn't accomplish.
Yeah.
He could never accomplish. He did away with it because of his hatred for Obama.
Yep.
He was up at midnight, overnight, tweeting about Obama.
Mm-hmm.
He was jealous of Obama. That's it. Jealous of him. That's what it's all about. And the Epstein files is a distraction.
Yep.
Because now, who's talking about the Epstein files? Not a lot of folks.
Nope, not a lot. You're right.
And how is it going to end? We're going to be owing Iran billions of dollars. That's how it's going to end. And we're spending billions every day. $50 billion, more than $50 billion so far on this war.
And they're going they want more.
They want $200 billion
yes, they
more.
Want more. How long can this last? It can't go on too much longer before the bottom is going to fall out. Oh, boy. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back. We got Charles, JB, Sly, White Liar, and others holding on. 12:30, The Buzz.
What's happening, good people? It's your cousin Trip Fontaine, and this.
Oh, boy. Policing the prediction markets. Yeah, U.S. Special Forces soldier accused of winning $400,000 through online bets on Maduro's capture. He bet exactly when they was going in, and he won. But he was on the planning committee to decide when they were going in. That's the problem. That's the problem. But these prediction websites, they can be fixed so easy. You know, that's just, oh boy. That's just unbelievable. It stopped raining here in Florida. Too Sweet must be off the phone. Troy Scott said that. Oh boy. Unbelievable. Oh boy. Inside Jada Pinkett Smith's net worth amid a $49,000 request from Will Smith's ex-friend. What? Anybody been watching Beyond the Gates? That's been pretty good lately. Somebody got stabbed yesterday. He got shanked. The guy had a little sharp little thing, just shanked him.
Richmond, serving and improving. What a way to live, and what a gift it is to give. Find your why and get involved today at ymca.org for a better us.
Did you miss something? Catch the rebroadcast. Do it again. For the full schedule, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
.30 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And let's see, where do we start? It looks like Charles is up. Charles, good afternoon.
Lincoln,
how are you?
I had 2 requests for your Sunday Soul Classic. One is Get On Up by the Esquires. And the other one, I can't remember the name of it, by the Duprees. I can't remember the name of it.
By the Temprees or the Duprees?
Yeah, the Temprees.
Something with the...
away from you, my baby. Ooh,
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it, but it's by the Temprees. Dedicated to the one I love.
Dedicated to the one you love. Yeah, that's the name of it. Okay. Yeah, that's my Sunday Soul request.
Right.
I just wanted to get that in. I said, if you can get one of those, I'm happy.
Yeah, do we have Get On Up, Terrence?
That's by the Esquire.
I know it's by the... I'm not sure if we had that 64. Song. I don't know if we had that or not, but that was a good song.
That's why I gave it that one, because it came out in 64, and it was a one-hit wonder.
We've got it in there. It's in there. Yes, it's in there. So I'll try to get that for you. All right.
You remind me of the old dance we used to do, the thing, the singing, the twist. They had all that in that song.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yep. Okay, you have a good day, man.
Thanks for your call.
Okay, it's in here, but you might not have access to it for 100.3, but you would have access to it over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you might have Chad...
switch it over? Yeah, we'll check it out. All right. That's all he called for was Sunday. So he didn't want to talk about Trump or the chief. He just wanted a request for Sunday. The Temprees and Get On Up by the Esquires. Unbelievable. Just when everybody's requesting stuff, they're cutting my request back. How does that work? I don't know how that works. All right. Let's go to JB. And then the White Liar, Ray, and Sly. JB?
Yes, Mr. Ware, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
That's good. I got a question. You had a knee replacement, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You think about getting the other one replaced?
Well, it hasn't been hurting lately for some reason. I don't know why, and that's a good thing. But that's the last thing I want to do is get another knee replacement.
Yeah, I just wondered, because I think I'm going to have another one done myself.
Yeah.
I just wondered.
Well, it wasn't fun, let me tell you.
No, it's not fun. When you're trying to walk and you can't walk, and you have diabetes.
But it felt better after I got it done. I mean, after I went through the stages of healing and bending it back, that was the part I didn't like, when you go to therapy and they bend your knee back and it hurts like hell. Yeah. And they just keep bending, and you're like, please stop. You're going to break the stitches or whatever, it's tough. But now that it's done, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I just can't sprint like I used to. I can't put a whole lot of, I just don't get a lot of push off from it, not enough to sprint. So those days are gone.
I'm just wondering. I'm thinking about getting another one done, but I don't know if my insurance can pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're bad enough, are you on Medicare or Medicaid?
I'm on Medicaid.
Okay. I don't know how they work over there on the Medicaid side, but if your doctor deems it's bad enough that you need it done, you might be able to get it done, but it's probably going to be up to your doctor what kind of report he writes, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, JB, take it easy. All right. Seem like I'm playing a doctor today. The lady called with the heavy bleeding and the fibroids and all that stuff, the hysterectomy and all that stuff. And now JB's calling about a knee replacement. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on radio. White liar.
Listen, man, you got to hear me out on this. I'm over here living my best life watching you on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm minding my own business, making my comments, living the dream. It's really nice. But now, who was the black dude that called in that sounded like he ain't blown his nose in like 57 years? Sounded like he's about to jump in the deep end with like one of them nose-pinching plugs on his nose. What's his name? Calling me stupid and something about Hitler would kill me.
Rick
What's
Jr.
that dude's name?
Rick Jr.
What a buster, man. Somebody get that dude some Vicks Vapor Rub, rub it right under his chin and his chest area, and clear that man's nose cavity up, bro. Who is this clown to get on here and talk about the lion like that, Lincoln? How are you going to let him talk about the lion like that?
It's real easy. It's real
All right,
easy.
that's cool. Now, hey. Now, next thing. So let's talk about this Chief DG timeline, man, because I'm adding some things up over here. I got my Inspector Gadget gear on. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at some stuff. I got some things lined up. I'd like to see if I'm getting on to something here, if that's all right with you.
Yes.
So we start out. So this all started when, Police DG, she exposed how, I believe it was the city manager and somebody else involved, how they were down at the courthouse and they were teaching the teens how they couldn't be arrested for the curfew. And then, right around that time, you had the video of Virus Rowley going out there where she was harassing the cops. And she went through that whole firestorm of her getting ready to be fired. You don't think this has any, revenge written on it, do you?
No.
Because the other day you didn't ask Iris if she was interviewed for the Fiji thing. I asked you to do.
I forgot to ask her. I did hear she was interviewed. Somebody told me that. She didn't tell me, but somebody said she was one of 36 people interviewed.
Ooh, now why? Now, why did they not record or have the statements of what people said about her?
I have no idea.
So now why would you have to interview 30 people if another excuse is she was going to step down, but she wanted $7.5 million, and that's just a no-go. What do you mean it's a no-go? AFTAB's out here throwing away $8 million for some corny music stadium.
Hold on a second. I don't know if her stepping down before she got fired is worth $7.2 million. I don't know if it's worth that.
Do you believe that even happened?
I would say 2 or 3, maybe. But
do you really think DG came out here and was like, I want $7.5 million?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't they say that from the beginning?
Okay.
Why would you waste time?
Why would you lie about something like that? I just don't know.
Why would you go ahead.
Hold on. Don't get an erection or anything, but Iris Rowley wants to talk to you. I know how you get. I know how you get when you talk to black women. They turn you on so much.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it.
All right. Iris.
Now, Iris, I need to be clear. I'm not going to show up to your house, all right?
If I were you, I wouldn't do that.
I would never do that. But go ahead.
Okay, let her talk.
Don't make me throw up.
Go ahead.
Don't make me throw up, even with that statement. That's
come on.
Insane. And so the other thing I want to say first before you start talking, sir, is that I didn't call and get permission to call in, but because I thought it was very important, one, to clear up any wrong thoughts or statements. You're wrong. I don't know who told you I was interviewed for the DG report.
I heard that from more than one.
Lincoln just told me you were interviewed. I'm sorry.
I heard it from 3 or 4 people.
Whoever said that, and I know, sir, you call in here, you make inferences and references about my name, nor was my contract ever under any consideration of being terminated at all in 24, 23, 25, or 26.
Iris, the walls were closing in on you. Let's not act like it wasn't.
No, it was not. Sir, no, it was not.
No,
it was
it.
not.
I seen news. I seen investigations.
I don't care about what you
hoodies
saw.
with my tax money. Iris, they were closing in, and
Sir,
and somebody helped you.
If they were closing in, I know you get on here, you bloviate, and you talk long and you talk loud. But
And
you're
you
wrong.
too. And
my
you too.
contract was never under
In jeopardy,
consideration
yeah.
of being terminated. As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, sir, if you heard the mayor and the city manager when they got on this radio, the mayor said Iris Rowley can do what she wants to do with her contract. It is up to
Yeah.
her.
They said they were waiting on you.
We are not looking to terminate her contract. I'd also say
They
you're
said they were
lying
waiting
again,
on her. They
sir.
said, the contract is there. We're waiting to hear from Iris. They did say that.
He didn't say anything of what she just said. They never said any of that.
No.
Yes, he
sat
did.
there and- Go ahead.
He said that
Yes,
on
he
this
did.
show. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He said he was waiting for the policy. Iris, you were bad for politics for him. He hid from you the whole time while he was running
Sir,
for
no,
re-election.
He did not.
Yes,
Sir,
he did.
You want to call, sir? You want to call
They
in,
did.
and you want to feed us your mistruths and your lies. We know what the mayor said several times on this radio station. I know what the mayor said to me. I know about my contract way better than you, sir.
Now, Iris, can I ask you a question so I can clear something up for me? Because you're right. I do call in. I do call in, and I have these questions, and you could put this to sleep for me right now. With this collaborative agreement, now, in my opinion, when I first see those two words,
I thought you said you had a question.
I'm sorry, what?
I thought you said you had a question. I don't want to hear your opinion. What's your question?
No. So when I see those two words, now you get my tax money, right? Iris, that's how you're employed. You'll take my question.
That's how everybody
you
works.
You work for me.
Oh.
No, sir, I do not.
I don't. You with my tax money, you
no,
do.
Sir, you're not. So let me tell you why I don't work for you. You're not the class inside of the collaborative.
Oh, so that's another thing. Yeah, I love when you talk down to people.
Look, hold on. Ask one question and I'm hanging up on you, White Light. Do you have a question?
That's great, Friday.
Do you have a question?
Collaborative agreement. Collaborative agreement. The word collaborative means one or two people come together. Am I right or am I wrong? So therefore, we've got the police.
You never asked a
Can I ask my question?
Do you know what a question is? He never asked the question. I hung up on him. He's gone.
He never asked a question. The collaborative agreement we signed, we went to federal court to get the agreement. White Liar needs to understand how Iris Rowley got here. And it was after 14 unarmed black men were killed at the hands of the police. We sued the FOP, the city, and its police to change policy, procedures, and guidelines to get equity, transparency, and accountability. And the taxpayers, including black people, the class of the collaborative, could get that from the people that they take to protect and serve them. Sir, this is our 25th year. I know you just got around, and I know you just want to talk and bloviate about some shit you don't even know about. So, sir, my contract was never under any type of being dismissed or taken away, and no, I was not interviewed on the DG side. So, Lincoln, whoever told you that told you non-truth.
Let me tell you what they said. Now, see, this is what they said. Iris Rowley apparently stated that Chief Fiji was the old school police enforcement mentality, like the old striker days, and that Chief Fiji was not cooperating fully with the collaborative agreement, and that she was not 100% supporting community policing by suggesting that the Ohio State Patrol come into the city last summer and crack down on all the crime because the Ohio State Patrol would not have to abide by the collaborative agreement. So Iris Rowley protested that happening to the mayor. Then they go on and threaten getting the Black Fist involved if the mayor allowed the chief.
Oh, my God. I don't even know who that is. Can you tell us who that is that texts you that long non-truth?
I know. I can't tell you who it is, but when they said Black Fist, I was like, oh, my God, the Black Fist.
You know they got the story wrong, right? No, I was not interviewed, community. I was not interviewed. Yes, I was upset when any additional policing occurs on the city streets because I want to ensure that they're held by the same criteria that we hold CPD. Now, you do know, and I said it on your show, that I was not happy that OSP or ICE or anybody came into this town, but we were able to sit down and negotiate that if Ohio State Patrol came on our streets, that they would abide by some of the provisions of the collaborative agreement. We actually put that in the MOU, so we came to an agreement. We did a Freedom Friday on that with BG, OSP, I think the city manager. Now today, Lincoln, at 4, we will be doing a Freedom Friday with the interim chief and the city manager talking about the new leadership and changes to policing in the city of Cincinnati. White Liar, you want to talk about Irish Rowley? I've been at this way too long. I could talk circles around you. My work is far phenomenal than anything that you could ever produce. Okay,
Iris,
Lincoln,
about a time.
no
I
and
gotta
no
go.
to the questions. No, I did not say
Okay,
that, no.
That's good to hear. All right, that's Iris Rowley laying it out there. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. 12:30, The Buzz.
Hey, Cincinnati, get ready.
It's 513 Day, Cincy.
We're turning up for the city with 5.
Leave that running.
The Buzz, Wednesday, May 13th from 4 till 8 p.m. We're taking over Fountain Square for a free citywide festival celebrating everything that makes the 513 special.
Cincinnati hat, Cincinnati jersey.
We're talking live DJs, performances, food trucks, local vendors, interactive experiences, family activities, plus appearances from some of the 513's own. Bring your crew, rep your side, and come celebrate the city the right way.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Stand up.
513 Day, presented by the law offices of Blake Maisland, powered by Fifth Third Bank, with support from the Greater Cincinnati Foundation and Metro. May 13th, Fountain Square. Don't meet us there, be there. Let's celebrate the 513. 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
Hey, Cincinnati, did you know the Dukesters has the one and only all-you-can-eat soul food buffet every Sunday? At least 18 different delicious soul food items on the Dukester buffet menu, including the salad bar, beverage, and desserts. A great way to meet after church or just have a comforting meal with family and friends. Stay out of the kitchen on Sundays. Come relax and enjoy amazing soul food at the Dukester. Don't get it twisted. You never need reservations. Just come in between 1 and 5 p.m. for a hearty meal fit for kings and queens without spending like royalty. Seniors, we've got you with a special senior discount. You can also schedule a private dinner for your organization with customized catering. The Dukester, the longest-standing Black-owned and operated restaurant serving the people for over 26 years. Thank you for your patronage and loyalty. The Dukester looks forward to serving you, especially at the Dukester Soul Food Buffet every Sunday. Remember, the Dukester is not fast food, but good food fast.
From basketball to breakdancing, 360 All-Stars delivers a supercharged urban circus, boasting a stellar international cast of world champion and world record-holding athletes and artists. Don't miss this chance to witness the global smash hit seen by over 1 million people around the world. 360 All-Stars, May 7th at the Aronoff Center. Tickets on sale now at CincinnatiArts.org and 513-621-ARTS.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hi, I'm Dwayne Hunter in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let me show you why so many clients recommend us to their friends and family. Let's talk about your auto, home, and life needs.
For 70 years, the Humane Society of the United States has worked to end animal cruelty. Now, we're continuing that mission as Humane World for Animals, because we work around the globe to care for animals who are suffering today. And we tackle the root causes of cruelty for a kinder tomorrow. We are Humane World for Animals, and together, we can make a difference. Help make change for animals. Visit humaneworld.org.
I'm Bill Gallagher, and I'm running for judge. Our community deserves fairness, integrity, and a judge who will always do what's right. With years of legal experience, I've built my career on listening, leading with respect, and upholding the law. Now I'm ready to serve, delivering the kind of justice you can trust. Bill Gallagher for judge, the change we need. I'm asking for your vote on Election Day, paid for by the Committee to Elect Bill Gallagher.
The voice of the community. We are 1230 AM The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, the buzz of Cincinnati. I'm going to take caller number 3 right now at 749-1230, a pair of tickets to the Cincinnati Music Festival, my last pair for this week. So caller number 3, real quick, 749-1230. The tickets are yours. You're caller number 1. I'm looking for number 3. You're caller number 2. I'm looking for caller number 3. Sorry about your luck. And you're caller number 3. What's your name? Hello. I think.
Yes, hello?
Yes. What's your name?
Harry.
Harry. Congratulations. You got a pair of tickets to the music festival. How about that?
Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate that.
What part of town you calling from?
I'm at work.
At work. Okay. All right. What station just made you a winner?
1230 WDBZ.
All right. Okay. Hold on. There you go. He's at work, and we got time for maybe one more quick. White Mouse, what do you want?
I just want 2 things, sir. First thing is, what do you go to the 11:45 service at the Crossroads Oakley? I wanted to meet you for a cup of coffee before service.
Oh, I don't think we'll have time for that. I go to the 10 o'clock service, White Mouse.
Okay, second thing, I've done my time. It's been 2.5 years. I've done my time. You need to list my band.
Okay, all right. We'll see how well behaved you are.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man.
Okay. That's going to wrap it up for me. Al Sharpton is he wants me to meet him at Crossroads for some coffee before the service. What the? Oh, boy. They don't pay me enough for this job. They don't pay me enough to do this. You know, it's unbelievable. I'll see you Monday morning at 10. Don't forget the Cincinnati Issues, Sunday morning, 6:30 on Star 64. Check me out for that. And the Sunday Soul Classic, Sunday afternoon, 3 till 7 on 100.3.
And winner, please stay on. I'm going to get to you after the show, Mr. Winner of the tickets. Stay on, all right?
All right. Yep. The guy at work, he's at work. I hope he's on break. I don't want him to get in trouble. What are you doing on that phone? Get off that phone. We don't want him to get in trouble. No. All right. Sharpton is next. I'm out of here. Bye, ya.
1230 AM, WDBZ, Cincinnati, a Radio 1 station. Online at the Buzz.
All right, folks. What up? Now, Ray is still holding on. Why is Ray still holding on? He knows the show is over. Still, he's probably babysitting. He's got the phone just laying down there. Unbelievable. Oh, boy. Hilarious how billionaire white folks make subpar and mediocre white folks feel they are one and the same. That's from Brent Beard. Yeah, the engineer's coming over to my house Monday to see if we'll get everything fixed up so that I can broadcast on YouTube from my house and all kind of, all kind of other stuff. You got to do something on a computer and this and that. So hopefully we'll get that straightened out Monday. And next Friday, I can stay at home. Yes. And yeah, I don't like how this chat thing works. I mean, I don't see it's just I see them, but they don't pop up like they did on Facebook Live. I don't know. White liar says she's lying, and he's the liar. What does it take to win your love for me? All right, folks. Since I can't, these messages just don't pop. Let me go see what's on Facebook. There's got to be another way around this chat thing. I don't know. Okay, I'm back on Facebook. Yeah, Ray is still on hold, believe it or not. He is still on hold. Why is he holding on? I'll never know. That statement that you read when it came to Iris, what about it? Some white guy that claims he's in the know of everything sent that to me. He knows everything I said. When I saw the black fist, I was like, what the hell? Stanley Perry says his horse trifecta 2, 3, and 8. 3 and 8 exacta. Where's Mike McCoy, Lincoln Ware? Okay. Let me write this down. 2, 3, and 8. 2, 3, 8. And 3 and 8. 3 and 8. Exacta. Okay. All right. All right, Elaine Patterson. Dang, we can't even get a full after show. Oh, listen at you. You tune in at the end of the show, Tier. I'm in a meeting. I was in a meetings. What happened? You know, and he's talking about we can't even get a full after show. Is the after show going to be a thing of the past? No. I'm still here. Ramblin' Ray ain't got nothing else better to do. He already put those children down for their nap. He finally hung up.
He probably wanted to get back at Vernon.
Yeah. Well, the after show is up to the real Terrence Howard because he's controlling the YouTube and everything unless he shows me how to turn it off. You have to show me how to turn it off when I'm done.
Okay.
Because he gets out of here, folks. The real Terrence Howard gets out of here.
I got places to go and people to meet.
Lincoln, stop ignoring my questions. I don't see. Okay, what was your question, Jerica? I didn't see any question. Can you put it back on one more time, whatever question you had, Jerica? Because I didn't see the question. I just tuned back over to Facebook for the after show. Because I wasn't seeing much on YouTube. I just don't know. It's got to be an easier way for this YouTube thing to work. I'm waiting for Jerica's question. And I don't see it yet, Jerica. Let Black Lion call in. I need some pink skin propaganda.
All right, I got to cut this commercial, so I'll be back.
All right. Are you one take? Are you like me, one take, or is it going to take you 10 takes?
I'm like you with 10 takes.
That was good. That was good. Oh. Now that would defeat the purpose for YouTube if we had both of them going. I don't think they're going to let that go. I don't think that's... Lincoln, can you have YouTube? Nope. Y'all know the White Lion does not want to get into a verbal battle with Iris. He will lose. 10 takes Howard. The YouTube broadcast is like 45 seconds faster than Facebook. Will Iris be disciplined for cursing on air? No, we got to. I missed that. I wish she would stop that because it just causes extra work. Lincoln, I will have my grandchildren set me up to the YouTube. Okay. Do that, Elaine. I agree with you, T. Mikey. Right, he's got places to go, people to see. He never goes any place except the grocery store. I'm in Hamilton. I should head north for happy hour, Jericho. Tierra's in Hamilton. Yeah, she should have a couple of drinks, and then she'll be ready to build a habitat house. The thing is, they want one audience to go to YouTube, Shahara. Yeah, I'm going to have to get on her about that, Jericho, about cursing. She needs to stop that. Tanika said, I heard her curse loud and clear all the way down here in Orlando. How did I miss that? Jeez. Yes, we are, Deanna. Tierra Powell, Bargos. Tierra Powell, come on, but you playing. I'm off at 5:30. She ain't gonna hang around that long. She wouldn't want to meet you anyway, Jack. No, you don't have a pass. You can't say shit, Iris. You don't have a pass. Stop saying that on the air. Well, I'll have to check on that, Brent. Paul Harvey, you don't know what the word slacking is. Okay, Shahara. Tierra, you need to stop telling people where you are. They're going to come find you. No, you don't have a pass, Iris. I keep telling you that. Okay, you going to pay the fine when we get fined? Are you going to pay that? jack shit the hell up. All right, folks. I'm out of here. I got to go turn this thing off. Bye, ya.